Alrighty, on this week's episode, our top 10 list for 2019 and of the decade. You good, Run? In the middle of the intro, you got it? All right. And also, who predicted all the winners for the VGAs? This and maybe more.
That Luigi's Mansion, though.
And the intro's over now, so yeah. Episode 75 of the ADLR Podcast. You can go to www.adlrplays.com for the one-stop shop of all my content, including a Patreon link and Extra Life link. There, the year's not over. You can still donate to the Extra Life link, and maybe you can get a drunk stream out of it. It's up to you guys.
Oh shit!
Randall, I need you to scoot over again, dude. I looked at the monitor. You're like further that way to the right. Slide over, dude.
He's trying to put you in timeout.
Yeah, we need you full. We need to see your body, dude.
Why? This is a podcast, right?
A video and audio podcast. Yes. You're the worst person, dude. Jesus.
The worst?
You literally one of the worst people, dude. One of the worst.
One of the worst?
Yes. Right up there with Satan.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I don't know whether to pick Satan or Hitler.
I thought you were going Hitler.
Javi in the chat says he's got to work in an hour, so let's wrap it up already. Oh, so yeah, I was going to ask, how do you guys want to do the structure here for both the VGA thing and the top 10 list? So for the VGAs, do you want to just going step by step who got the wins and just go straight to who won and the standings, or what?
I like to, I remember most of mine, but it is fun to go through each one and be like, so this is what we did. These are the people who got the points.
That's what I was asking. Do you guys want to go through each and see who got the points?
I'm indifferent. Part of me just wants to know how badly I lost, and then part of me wants to do it.
Okay, Randall, I guess you'll be the tiebreaker here.
Well, keeping with the theme. The heck is going on?
I don't know. What did she yell?
I thought she said your name.
I don't think so, because she would repeat it and run out here, so I guess we're fine.
If she's able to. Okay. Well, keeping with the theme of being optimal, it depends on if you want to save time or not, because if you want to save time, then it probably would be better to just say
who won.
Yeah. But, I mean, you would have to evaluate how much content you're trying to get through.
I mean, we have 6 lists of top 10. And then you have reviews of movies you watched. So what do you, I mean, you want to get through all the movies?
It's up to you, bro. This is your thing.
Just tell us who won. Tell us the order.
We're just going to move on. Yeah. So 4th place. Yours truly. With 6 fucking points. Oh my god. 3rd place.
Pretty sure that's Bryant.
Brian.
Oh my god, I fell so fucking far.
With 11.
Well, I got 11. Alright, I won anywhere.
2nd place.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be close between me and Randall because we had a lot of similar picks.
By 1
point.
There were
Kelsey
there were
won
2 that we didn't have that we differed on.
It literally was a point between all 3 of you. The next 2nd place won by 1 point, and then 1st place won by 1 point in front of 2nd place. And I'm 4th place with 6. So 2nd place goes to Randall with 12,
yes!
and then Kelsey with 13.
I know which picks that put me ahead too. It was the
last 3 back to back you won with Sekiro, Devil May Cry, and Sekiro again gave you 3 points right at the end.
But the ones that I chose that you guys didn't was
Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
And then
a lot of the League stuff.
The coach from Astralis.
Yeah.
Knox or whatever. Can't remember his name.
Zonic.
Zonic, yeah. those two were the ones that I had differed on than everybody else. And as
Yeah.
soon as I saw that those two won, I was like, it's gotta be me.
Yeah, it went. The scores went from me having 6 to Brian 11, Randall 12, and then you 13. I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother next year. I'm like, what do you guys think is gonna win? Dang, Brian, how the mighty have fallen, huh?
Yeah, I'm just trash, I guess.
I mean, you were at least close.
I
Could
thought
be
it was
worse.
We don't
You
celebrate
could have been in
close,
single
right?
digits.
I recounted all three. I recounted all three of you guys like 3 times to make sure. Mine, I'm like, there's no way I miscounted that much. I know I'm trashed at 6, but you guys, I recounted like 3 times to make sure. I even highlighted each winner and made sure that everyone aligned. I'm like, okay, let's make sure I don't have this counting thing up.
The good thing is the streak is done, so that means I don't have any pressure.
Now it's Kelsey's streak for next year, 2020. It's
Kelsey's
gonna be
the
easy.
most
Cyberpunk.
consistent. He's the most consistent because he got second last time. Now he's first.
Now
Well, I went from first to third, and Anthony's the most consistent actually because he got the
fourth,
same
fourth,
thing
fourth.
twice.
Let's go. I bet
Went
y'all won't
crazy
beat
with
me
it.
at 4th next year. Heck. All right, so that's an easy one we can get through. So I guess before we get to our top 10 lists, Randall, you went through quite a few movies in the past week.
It's that single life, baby.
Okay. So tell me about
I mean, when you're not, never mind. Go ahead.
The Angel Has Fallen. That's like the 3rd movie in the series, right?
In the series?
Yeah, isn't it like something has fallen? He's always protecting the president.
Olympus
this is
has fallen.
standalone.
Olympus has fallen. Something else has fallen. And then like now it's Angel
Well,
Has Fallen.
one was with like Denzel Washington, and the other one was Gerard Butler. There were 2 that were like super similar. That was like so and so has fallen, and then but it was like 2 different actors. I think he's only done 1 in the series.
No, because this one's Gerard Butler, and the other one was Gerard Butler, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying. Like the Has Fallen. I'm gonna look
Right.
up Has Fallen.
Olympus Has Fallen was Gerard Butler.
Yeah.
I think there was a second one maybe, and then this movie's Gerard Butler. I feel like there's only 2. I feel like what
There's
Kelsey
3.
said.
There's Olympus, London, and Angel.
But was he part of the London one?
Yep. Gerard Butler's in
Oh.
all 3 of them.
Didn't realize.
Oh shit! Anthony just like mansplained to us. You hear his tone?
I got Wikipedia here, so I mean, if you can believe Wikipedia if you want. I don't know.
I don't believe anything from 4th place.
Oh snap! I mean, I don't blame you. It is consistently 4th place, so you know. So
So
Randall,
back to the movie.
how
Yeah.
far did the angel fall? You good? You back in this dimension?
I was just trying to. Never mind. It was a good movie. What can I say?
A lot more than it's a good movie, I hope.
Well, I mean, like we all watch so many movies. It's kind of difficult to point out something that's unique because that's the whole point of the reviews, to point out what's unique.
No, it's just to see what your thoughts on it were. Like, what did you like? What didn't you like? That's what the point of the review is.
Well, for me, it's about what's unique. That's what would make me want to speak about something. But I liked it because Gerard Butler and what's his name?
I don't know.
Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
He's in it. He's the president, and I like both of those guys as actors. They're very what's the word I'm looking for?
Experienced.
Engaging.
Oh, okay.
So it was one of those situations where like I felt like I was hanging on to almost every other word that they were saying every time they got screen time.
Okay.
So basically the movie is about Gerard Butler, who's going to become the head of Secret Service. You know, those guys work for the president.
Yeah.
Personally protect the president. And he's up to be voted to be one of them. I guess there's other people. They never mention who the other people are, who the other candidates are, but he's one of
Okay.
some random number amount of people. Anyway, you can tell right from the very start that the president like favors him.
Because he saved them twice now.
Morgan Freeman was in the other one still?
No, it was the guy. I'm pretty sure it was the guy who plays Two-Face in the Batman.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I can't think of his
Oh,
name.
Harvey Dent. I don't know his real name.
Yeah, whoever played Harvey Dent in the Batman movies.
Oh. Okay. So, what ends up happening is that there's an attack on the president with some drones.
Morgan Freeman was in the first one.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Who was the guy that was protecting him?
And in the second one.
Oh, so he's in. So both of them are in all three.
All three movies had Gerard Butler and Morgan Freeman in it.
But he wasn't. But I think he was.
He might not be defending the president, like you said, but they were on all three. So he might have been defending the guy you're talking about.
He was part of like a board for the president.
Okay.
Aaron
Eckhart is the guy's name, the actor.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's the president or was the president in the first two, and he because in one of them he's saving him, and in the other ones, shit's going down and Gerard Butler's just kicking ass. And I remember in one of them that Morgan Freeman is talking with Gerard Butler about everything that's going on and trying to keep him up to date, and they're trying to figure out how to fix everything.
Yeah, in the first, so I got more details here. The first one, Morgan Freeman was the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives. Second one, he was Vice President, and now this one, he's the President. So that clarifies all of that. All right, cool.
That would be why it is that he favors him.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a drone attack on the president. He helps him escape, but somehow in the midst of it, he gets blamed for it. Like he's the one that set up everything. So Jada Pinkett is in it. She's like the head of the FBI who's investigating the case. It's just pretty much the rest of the movie is him trying to get away from being chased and him trying to prove his innocence while trying to capture the people or get rid of the people who set him up to begin with. So there isn't much more to say than that.
Well, how was the action? Was it cool?
See, the thing about it, I suck at doing these things because I can't talk about anything. And usually when I talk about a movie, I have to talk about what happened. But because I know on your podcast you don't want to reveal any secrets or anything or
you
plot
just say,
points.
did you like the action? Were the sequences cool? Yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Dialogue was it great?
I opened up with saying that. I said, yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I liked the movie.
I didn't ask if you liked the movie. I said, did you like the action?
Yeah, the action was good.
All sequences were good.
Yes.
Dialogue was great.
Yes.
Acting was great.
Yes.
Top 10 of the year.
No.
Why not, Randall? See, now we can talk. See? Go ahead.
Was Gerard Butler looking hot?
I didn't hear what you said because someone else was talking.
I was going to ask you a question, but I'll ask you after you answer that question.
I didn't hear the question.
Did you see Gerard Butler's butt?
That's not the question I was talking about. I was talking about Anthony's question. What makes it fall flat from top 10? Was Anthony's basically.
Because unfortunately, it falls into the same category of its specific genre. It's just like every other movie that's centered around that specific thing. There isn't anything about that movie that,
it's not Knives Out.
No, it's not. It's not Knives Out.
Very cookie cutter action movie.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like, this happens. Oh, I'm in trouble because I was set up and now I gotta get the bad guys while trying not to get killed by the entire nation that's chasing after me.
So then was there a plot twist that wasn't engaging as well, or
no? I mean, it wasn't a plot twist for me because to me it was
2
kind of
hours ago?
obvious who it was.
Got it.
Well, both movies have centered around the White House or the president being attacked and then him just kicking ass,
Yeah.
And I don't want to complain because I don't know exactly how I would fix that. It's it's one of those situations where it's just, this happened, thing happens, and then this is how you fix it. And that's what you said. There's 3 movies. That's what happens in all 3 movies. It's just Either the location has changed or the person that he's actually protecting has changed. But the
what I would do.
situation hasn't changed.
Go for it, Brian. What would you do?
Instead of just one president, you have a UN meeting. They get attacked. Now you have multiple angles you can follow because they each have their own like secret service.
Oh snap! Brian's a filmmaker, dude. Let's get it.
Shit, I'm the best. My question was gonna be though, I've never seen Gerard Butler movie where he has an American accent. Is it actually good or is it just enough so that like when he's not shooting, you can believe it?
He sounds just like Gerard Butler.
Okay, so he didn't even.
If you ever heard him in interviews, that's how he sounds.
Okay, so he.
But so he's not doing an American accent. He's doing an Irish accent.
He sounds the same to me.
Okay, well,
I will say my favorite character in the entire movie
Morgan
is
Freeman. That a yeah?
My favorite character in the entire movie is Nick Nolte. He plays Gerard. Go ahead.
I was gonna ask if that's the actor name or the person.
Or the character.
Nick Nolte is an actor.
Okay,
he's a famous actor, but he plays Gerard Butler's father in the movie. But he's like a old, washed up war vet.
What the insults, bro?
How is that an insult? It's a description. He's
Up?
old.
And washed up's not an insult?
No.
Is he the guy from?
Okay, that's news to me.
What's the movie where the two brothers do MMA? Is he the dad?
I mean,
you remember what I'm talking about?
You're talking about the movie Warrior? Or is it? Yes, I think it's called.
The one with Tom Hardy in it.
Yes, Warrior.
Yeah, that's Warrior.
Yes. Isn't he the drunk dad?
Yes.
Okay, I like him.
He kind of plays a similar role that he did in Warrior, except for he's a old vet, so he lives off the grid. But I don't know how to explain it other than spoiling and stuff. But his character is very interesting. He's funny and he's ruthless, and he has like the whole PTSD.
Uh-huh.
And you could tell like it's taking a toll on him physically because like he shakes. But man, I really want to tell you about this part, but whatever.
We don't do that here, Randall, unless it's like Avengers Endgame, you know? And it's time to rejoice in our Marvel toys hitting each other for 30 minutes.
Even if it's not really a plot point?
I mean, it's still part of the movie, Randall. Like,
all right.
We're just looking for, hey, yay, nay, this is why yay, nay, you know?
Yeah, but... Okay. I mean, do you honestly feel... You know what? I feel like we're going off on a tangent, and I know we got a lot to cover, so I'm just going to leave it there. This is dead.
Dead?
This is dead.
Dead.
You guys need to finish that show if you want to keep referencing it.
Well, I mean, I've finished 2 episodes, so you're dead.
Season 3?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, he got me.
I got you, dude. The Courier, Randall. This one you told me a little bit about.
Yeah, this includes the girl from Quantum of Solace, James Bond movie.
I thought it was Solace. It's Solace?
I always said
I can't
Solace.
read,
It might
bro.
be Solace.
I've heard it both ways.
You might be right. It might be Solace.
Yeah, I think it's an accent thing. Like
Okay.
Maybe some people say it a certain way. I don't know.
Gotcha. Anyway, go ahead.
Trying to remember. Oh,
fuck sound.
So basically, what this movie is about is, all right, let me backtrack. The reason why I picked this movie is because I saw Gary Oldman on the cover,
and
so I was like, okay, this got to be a good movie,
right? I mean, he's a very fantastic actor, like,
but
Oscar nominations, you know, like,
but.
Ass.
All right.
Baby got back.
You remember?
Yep.
Do you recall in your brain?
Are you talking just us in general or me specifically?
You specifically.
Okay.
Do you recall in your brain how crucial, how important, how monumental Margot Robbie was in Once Upon a Time, and I forget the name.
It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
In Hollywood. Do you remember how important
Yeah,
she was?
she was. If it wasn't for those scenes, none of it would have made sense.
Well, this is
especially the foot scene.
Yeah, when they showed the shot of her just putting her foot on someone on the theater seat to see herself in a movie, which it wasn't really her. It was just footage of the actual movie.
Well,
so
this is equivalent to the role that Gary Oldman played in this movie.
So you can just edit him out completely
and put anybody you wish, anyone your heart content.
No, I'm not. Okay, Randall, there's a difference between replacing the actor and literally cutting the footage out.
You could cut it out too.
Okay.
It could just be made. It could be made reference like there's a bad guy, and that's all you need.
Oh, okay. There's a bad guy.
Yeah. So what happened is that Gary Oldman's a bad guy.
I hope so.
He got caught killing somebody. The witness is going to testify against him, and there's a courier. The courier is a person. It's kind of like the transporter, where they do a job, they don't ask questions, they just do it. But it's the girl from Bond.
Yeah.
So she's asked to deliver a package.
Okay.
Now, see, here's the part where it gets dicey because I don't know if I'm supposed to say this next line.
Well, you just need to know the main overview, and then what you liked and didn't like. You know, like the main.
But
plot.
if I don't tell you this next thing, I can't really speak on the other 50% of the movie.
Well, I mean, what's the plot? Okay, the point. So you said he's going to testify. The courier's there. Yeah. What's the point of the courier? What's the courier supposed to do?
Deliver a package.
And then it turns out that the courier ends up doing more than just that.
I wouldn't say she does anything. I would say that the package she delivers does a lot.
Okay.
May I continue?
I mean, like, again, the movie starts.
I'm just asking you, man, because
what's the first 5 minutes?
If this was my podcast, I'd be like, look, if you don't want to know the plot,
here's your cliff notes, and then he gives you the entire movie. You're like one of those bad trailers that lasts 3 minutes.
I'm trying to figure out how to. So she delivers a package that ends up killing people.
Okay.
Right? The package was for a group of people and the witness. Some things happen. Witness gets away with the courier. And then the rest of the movie is basically
the courier protecting the witness.
Exactly.
That's it. There's your plot.
Yeah, but that's just whack, man. Like, who wants to sit here on a screen or on the audio and be like, okay, that's all you had. I could have read that on the internet.
Yeah, that's what trailers are. And now you tell us what you like and didn't like watching after that.
But I can't even tell you that because if I do, I'm going to go too much into the story.
No, action sequences. Rules. Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Whoa, that was spoilers, I guess. So the dialogue, Randall.
What was your favorite part with Gary Oldman in it?
But okay, but hear me out though. Like,
I'm deaf.
Do you? I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, Brian's not going to hear you, so there's no point.
Yes, I liked the movie. The action sequences were good.
Top 10 of the year?
They were top notch, but they were good. They were entertaining. I was not bored at all.
Okay, so that's some good action sequences. So if you like action sequences, good gunplay, like.
But it wasn't revolutionary. It wasn't like on some John Wick stuff.
No one's asking you that. That's all you need to know is, hey, I liked it because of this. There's the CQC was lit. The gunfire was pretty accurate. It wasn't like some crazy anime stuff. Hey, was the dialogue when they were speaking, did it all make sense? Did they say some cheesy lines? See all the things I'm saying? I have yet to touch plot, Randall. That's how you review, without spoiling it.
I don't know if that's how you. Okay, whatever.
You don't know? Look up a review of movie, of any movie. That's spoiler free on it.
Well, yeah. See, that's the thing. Like the guys that I watch, they do 2 videos. They always do like a. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but then they realize that they can't really say much, which those videos are usually very short. And then they're going to be like, I'm going to make a spoiler video.
For the people who watched it. They give them the option.
Yeah. But you have the option regardless because they always mention like, look, this movie is going to be spoiler or spoiler free, or it might be mullet style.
And
where
by
it's
the
like,
by the end
I'm
of the
gonna tell you
spoiler free one, they'll still know whether or not to watch it because they heard it.
How?
You've not watched a single movie review that's spoiler free and said, you know what, from the things he's saying, I'm not gonna watch it.
I usually don't watch the reviews until after I've seen the movie.
All right, then, dude. Like, so how are you gonna tell me how a spoiler free review goes?
Because I watched them. I mean, I watch it afterwards, and then I find out, I watched both of their videos.
Then watch the next review before watching it.
Yeah,
and you
but
can see
usually
that.
when I watch the one that's not spoiler, it doesn't have spoilers in it. I personally, this is just me. I am not top critic, but I'm just saying, me personally, after I've watched the movie and then I go back to see what other people's input is, and I watch a video that does not have the spoilers in it, I'm like, this is a waste of time. Like, why am I looking at this?
Okay.
What's more interesting is
watching the movie. Yes.
No, that's irrelevant. Is hearing someone's opinion after you've seen the movie. Is hearing someone's opinion on what happened in the movie. Those are the meaty conversations, because then you're actually talking about content that happened, stuff that happened in the movie, versus like there was a guy got into a fight, there was a scuffle, punched him in the face, got in the car, and drove off. Like, okay.
That's you just contradicted yourself, because you said you want them to talk about something that happens in the movie. You literally just did that and said it was spoiler free.
What?
You just said you watched the spoiler version because you want them to talk about what happens in the movie, correct?
Yes.
But you just said it was an example of your spoiler free version, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You
The punch in the face thing?
You just said what happened in the movie without spoiler.
Yeah, and it was whack. That tells you nothing. Like, me telling you that, does that make you feel like, oh man, I want to go see this movie?
Right,
I don't
that's
think
the
other
point.
people's opinions differ anywhere.
The point of the review before watching it is let me tell them as much as I can without spoiling it.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna agree to disagree.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
dude.
an example of you doing this, you described Detroit without saying the ending, the certain scenes. You say you like the acting, certain things that you had to do, and you said it without spoiling it. Like, if you don't talk to this guy a certain way, he explodes. But you didn't say the meats in that scene. You just said this is a certain situation in it. You reviewed that game without spoiler, and you gave enough to warn.
And you felt like it was a good review?
Yeah.
I don't, but okay. I mean, if it does it for somebody else, then that's cool. I'm just saying, for me personally, if I watch a review or I listen to a review, like, I want to listen to a review of someone who's going to talk about what happened in the movie.
That's not a review, Randall. That's just a discussion of the movie.
Okay.
Though, to be fair, and Randall said I also don't watch reviews until after. I only watch those videos, whether it's spoiler or spoiler free, to see if there's like another perspective on it that I missed out on. So like Jeremy John.
Yeah,
Jeremy John. He'll do spoiler free, but then he'll say his take on X scene or like what he got out of it, and then it's like, oh, it gives you another reason to go back and watch it. I use reviews not like as a reason to watch it, but like as a way to see if there was more like not the substance to the movie. If that makes any sense.
I use reviews to see if the person reviewing it agrees with what I'm saying in terms of, because like I know Jeremy Johns and myself agree on a lot of things.
What a narcissist, dude.
So when I hear a review and he's like, I like it because of these parts, that means I'm going to like it because of those parts, because he likes the same things I do. So when I ask you, right? Randall, what did you like?
Yeah,
what
but
didn't
you and I
like?
don't look at it the same way.
It's not for me, Randall. It's for the viewers and listeners.
Civil War
So throughout the 75 episodes we're on, they know what things you like and don't like. So when you say no to this, they're like, I know why he don't like it, because of this, this, and this. Because you stated it.
Okay.
Why are we explaining reviews to you 75 episodes in?
You guys want to hear why it is I don't like Need for Speed Heat?
Go for it.
Because that game is trash. They don't do anything right. There's no drag races. You can't really customize the car like you can in other ones. The daytime, nighttime thing is a little just overdone or not finished.
Why didn't you tell me all those spoilers are coming, Randall?
What spoilers?
Those Need for Speed Heat spoilers that he just dropped on us.
Well, he's saying that there's no drag is a spoiler.
That's not really a spoiler. I mean, that's something
How
that
is
should
that
be.
not a spoiler?
Randall, that's like
how
you
is
buying
it a spoiler.
That's like you buying a TV and figuring out that there's no game input.
Because he's basically saying that a feature that has been known to be in Need for Speed games is not there.
Yeah.
And what if like you were buying a game hoping that was going to be in the game?
Then that's why you watch.
You want to know that before you?
Yes, because that's mechanical. That's not story.
There's no spoiler. That's not like oh, it sucked because the main character did this, that, and the other thing, and that's what ruined it for me. No, this is a mechanic of the game that you buy the game for and expect to be in it because it's been in like all the other ones is not there.
So Randall, from what you just said to me, you rather not know that a TV doesn't come with a remote. You rather buy it, bring it to your home, open it, then realize there's no remote.
I don't understand how that applies, but sure.
Okay. Code 8, Randall.
Code Blue.
They're all 2019 movies too. Any of these make your top 10?
No,
Or should we wait?
Oh, it is
What's on it?
2019.
Code 8.
No, what's Angel is Falling, The Courier, and Code? No, none of them made it.
Ooh.
Code 8. What was that movie? Oh,
I hope you were gonna tell me, Randall.
That movie's about So first of all, Han is in it from Tokyo Drift.
Oh, I haven't seen him in years.
Oh shit!
I didn't know I'm not playing the song.
Who else is in it?
Dang, he hasn't. Yeah, I haven't seen him since that movie. I don't think I've seen him in anything else. Besides,
and the dude that plays Arrow is in it.
The main dude, Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Both protagonists.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like the guy that plays Arrow, he's more of it. He's a protagonist. He's kind of in the gray because he's a guy who he's not necessarily bad, but he does bad things because he's pretty much like the Magneto of the movie.
He's an anti-villain or anti-hero.
Yeah. So basically, what the movie is about is these people who are born with powers.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Pretty much.
Okay.
It's pretty much X-Men. So they're born with powers, obviously, and there's some people who aren't. And of course, the people who aren't born with powers are afraid of the people who have powers because maybe some people abuse their powers and therefore they hate us or hate them. And it's
they hate Randall. Like, what do you want to tell us?
It's like a racist. No, what would you call it?
Yeah, like racist undertones,
segregation,
or segregation undertones, like similar to what X-Men does.
Prejudice, I guess.
Prejudice is the best word.
But you said us, Randall. You got something you want to share here on episode 75?
So
you got powers?
Prejudice against people who have powers. And they have these robots called Guardians that they deploy whenever someone has powers is around and they want to arrest them.
Okay.
So it's this guy who's the main protagonist in the movie. His mom is sick. She also has powers, but she's dying. They never really say exactly what she has, but it almost feels like it's like equivalent to cancer.
Like the X-Men are equivalent to cancer?
Yeah.
Okay. X-cancer?
She has I'm assuming she has the ability to she's pretty much like Iceman, but she doesn't use her powers. So her sickness reveals what she can do.
Okay.
So like for example, one time when she was at her job, because she works in like a small supermarket / corner store type thing.
Okay.
And when she has an episode because of her quote unquote cancer-like disease, she randomly freezes things. So like she had froze a can of, I don't know what it was, beans or something like that. and end up making a huge mess on the floor. And so the guy that's the manager that's complaining, he's like, "Why is it frozen?" Like he asked him like 3 times. He was like, "I don't understand. Why is it frozen?" He's like, "Yo, why is it frozen? I don't understand why is it frozen?"
Like, it's I don't know. I wasn't here. You know?
Yeah. So that's pretty much what the movie is about. Is this guy? He's trying to find a way to help his mom get better, and of course, it requires money, which leads him to do bad illegal things, because with bad illegal things comes fast money.
Yep.
So he gets involved with the wrong people, which is the guy that Arrow is. He has like a little small squad who also, pretty much like Magneto and his crew. And I'm not exact. I guess he has telekinesis. Telekinesis when you can move things with your mind, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Remember the guys with the stupid coins from Looper? TKs?
Yeah. So he has telekinesis, like he can move stuff or whatever with his mind. And that's pretty much the movie. It's just, people double crossing people and him still trying to get his mom money.
So was it like another cookie cutter type of story where you knew where the story beats were going and they went exactly as you thought, or did they actually have twists and do things anything differently?
There were no twists.
If you didn't have knowledge of the X-Men, would you have enjoyed this movie?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because I'm sure you're making parallels with X-Men, so you're the X-Men did it better. X-Men did it better.
The best word that I could use to describe it is entertaining.
Okay, so you weren't waiting for it to show the credits. You were like, you're cool.
Yeah, I mean, it had my attention.
How are the powers? Did they look cheesy, or was it actually?
So there was a guy with telekinesis.
No, I mean
it didn't look.
Yeah, like how did it look? I don't want to know what they had, because that's.
It didn't look ILM quality, but it looked.
But it's passable. I want to know if it's bad where you're like, ugh, that, like it takes you out of it.
For me, so if I was working on this movie, I'd be like, no, we're not done.
Got it. Because I mean, from your perspective, you make effect. You're an artist, so you do this.
Yeah, I would have never
But what do you
shipped with the way the special effects look.
Do you think an average Joe would have cared?
Would be fine with it.
Got it. Okay.
But it didn't look trash, but I know how good stuff can look.
Yeah.
So it's like, we can do better than this.
So you would have been like, nah, back to the drawing board, my guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're saying it's not optimal is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Was it looking like original Sonic? Somebody already asked that?
Nah, it was not that bad.
No, but that's a very good comparison.
It wasn't that bad.
It looks like the reworked one now?
No. The reworked one looks good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a step up from the bad one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
what are we talking about? Sorry, I had to step away.
He's reviewing Code 8. It's a movie about sort of X-Men, but they can't say X-Men because they're not Fox. So
it's X-Men without the license.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Like it pisses me off and blows me away all at the same time. Like, yes, let's have this dumbass feud between studios. Oh, they can't use the word X-Men. So then you have these shit backgrounds, like you did with the
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver and
they're enhanced,
the Avengers.
They're enhanced. Yeah, they're enhanced. They're not X-Men. They're enhanced.
How about you show me their father? All right.
Yeah.
They did.
The hell.
And I mean, in
Magneto's
Legion,
in something.
I think it just spoiled something. I don't know if Brian heard me.
I heard you say Legion, so
nothing.
So clearly Nightcrawler's in there.
Oh my god. All right.
At least Spider-Man was far from home.
I almost swung at you because you haven't even seen the movie.
So you recommend this movie, Randall? Code 8 or is Code 7 better?
Only movie on that list that I recommend is
Angel Has Fallen, probably, or because you didn't like the Courier.
Angel Has Fallen.
Gotcha.
If you want to see
some top-notch action.
No, I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Okay, so an Angel Has Fallen. That's fine. Well, what else has fallen, Randall? Is a new character in Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
That was pretty good, to be honest. So Seth was announced. You and Brian will put it on here on the list here. What do you guys think of Seth being
I'd
dropped?
rather play with Gil.
Okay, is he that bad?
Well,
Does Seth look that bad, or
He doesn't look
No.
bad. It's just
That's a dude.
It used to be.
oh, they gender swapped?
we
Yeah,
don't
the
know.
original-
Well, maybe Brian knows because he
It-
usually has the inside scoop on stuff. But I have no idea what's going on.
All right, so
That thing has tits. Okay,
So-
there's boob physics.
it's basically, all right. I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. He was a basically, I believe, a prototype replacement body for Bison. Tesco or Rye, whatever. He becomes his own entity. This is before Street Fighter 4, so a lot of it's like, what the hell's going on? So yeah, he's supposed to be a body. Shit goes wrong, own character. Then he starts trying to. It seems like he's trying to make his own army or like just do more experimentation. And the engine that he has on his stomach, the yin and yang, the tandem engine,
Yeah.
Jury has one in her eye. She's like the successor, basically, body for him.
Okay.
So he can, in some way, you know how he has in Street Fighter 4, he has everybody's moves. He's kind of like he has
The
since he's a
Taskmaster.
basically yeah, he's a test tube baby basically, and he has all the information from every fighter. Like he downloads the data, he can do it now.
Okay.
That's why he looks like a girl now. He kind of looks like Jury because that's kind of the successor.
Okay.
The way he plays in this highlights that more. I don't know if it's his V skill or trigger, but now he can take people's moves. Like Shang
Oh.
Tsung. He's basically Capcom's Shang Tsung now.
Ah. Okay.
So like I don't know how exactly it works because it was just a trailer, but you see Jury do, I think it was either a special ability or her V skill. Then he grabs him and sucks out like a soul energy, and then he turns into he takes their form in a way, and does the move. Abigail did like a wind up fucking punch. He took the soul, and then you see him get fucking buff, and then do the punch.
Oh snap! That sounds cool. I gotta watch the trailer then.
He looks very interesting. I want to try him.
Johan in the chat
Johan-
saying he's trying to play him because it's like Android 21.
It's not like Android 21 really, because Android 21's a basic version where she gets her abilities based off of like little families they made. So if you're related to Goku, you get you're related to Goku or his friend. So it's like Goku, Yamcha, Krillin, those people. You get a Kamehameha and X move. If you're related to Vegeta in some way, you get these moves if you're an alien, if you're an android. This one is character specific. There's no like families.
There's no
You'll get a
groupings
move.
at all.
Yeah, you'll get Abigail's move if you're fighting Abigail. I'm not trying to play them because they're like Android 21.
Oh, okay, I thought you said he's trying to play him.
Yeah, just a bunch of interesting stuff. It was a letdown in terms of what I thought they were gonna announce. I started to hope again. I was like, oh, they're still on stage after he showed this Marvel or just something after, and I was let down.
It's Street Fighter
overall-
6. After I think you shared it in the Discord saying that they all
Yeah.
auto qualified. So 2021, there's gonna be a new Street Fighter,
Yeah,
or they're switching games. That's something I can think of. So it could be
Yeah,
another
but-
fighting game from Capcom.
so Seth caught my interest at least. I like their costume, some of their costumes. It comes out in February right before the Champion Edition. Gil's out as of yesterday.
Did you guys Did you play him, Randall?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you did? Are you
Mhm.
liking Gil or no?
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
New main.
Maybe.
Ooh. Brian, did you get your hands on him yet or no?
No, but I've been watching pro players play him.
Okay. Does he look? How about you, main?
Sagat's in the game, so no.
Oh, you're right. You're
but
right.
but interesting. He seems fun to watch and fun to play. He has some dirty BS shit though.
Like what? Like what?
So Gil's mechanic, I don't know if it's a mechanic, but he has elements. You know, his body's half red, half blue. He has
Half water, half
power.
fire. Yeah.
Fire and ice.
Dang it.
Pyrokinesis.
Now the way his thing works, I might be wrong on this. When you do a move that's, let's say it's a fire move, you put like a status ailment on their body. I don't know if you do this, if you do the same element move or a different one, you trigger with something called a retribution, where you'll like do an enhanced property version of that move if it connects.
Oh.
And the elements you get, I think it's reliant on which V trigger you pick. One's fire, one's ice. Fire moves, or if you go to the fire side, you do more health damage, but those moves do less stun. Vice versa for ice.
Oh.
I've been seeing people use ice more often. If you want to mix somebody up in style, you use the ice one.
Oh, okay.
It's stuff that, like, I'm trying to think of how to explain it. He has an overhead that puts on said element on you.
Okay.
You can, I think, V-trigger, cancel, or combo into it again. With the retribution effect, you get a hard knockdown. Now from there, his ice V-trigger lets you like stomp the floor, and it does like a delayed ice spike. So if you time it right on their wake up, they'll get hit by it or have to block it. So now you basically have a built-in 50-50.
Jeez.
Actually, it's more than that, because you can go low when that comes out. You can do another overhead that if they get hit by it, even if they jab you, because the thing under you, it lets you confirm off of that. So you can go low, you can just combo like that, or you can do a cross up into it. And then basically set that same situation up again.
So you can just loop that 25, 25, 25, 25 then.
To an extent, basically, yeah. And his damage is pretty, you have to respect it.
Dang.
He seems like he's just a good footsie character. He has good range, and he has stuff that seems like it's good for whiff punishing. His super, I think, is my favorite animation, because in my head, it's like what my super would be, because he's like a godly thing. So he says some speech. I'm like, oh, talk to him like that, and he goes like this, and then he has a bunch of wings, and you get hit by a bunch of energy or wind, and he says like seraphic winds, and you just get bodied by a god, and I'm like, I want to do that.
Oh,
it's time for you to return back to harmony.
There you go.
Which I have no idea what that means.
Randall, you know what that means.
Seraphic wind. The only super that comes close to that is when I see G and I hear the super sound, and he looks at the camera and he goes, light it up, and he shoots you with his finger. Only super that comes close. But that's all. I haven't played him, so that's just all stuff I gathered from watching.
That's pretty good, man. Randall got hands on. He's almost your main. That's pretty good, dude.
What do you think, Randall?
Yeah, like you're the one that got hands on here, man. You said he's fun. You like it because he's fun, or do you like him because he's like he has options? Because it sounds like he has plenty of options.
I like him because he's overpowering.
Oh snap! Like he feels like a god. Like when you're playing it, like
the options that Brian was mentioning with the wake ups and freezing people, that puts you at a frame advantage, and then on top of it, his range is ridiculous. Like he can cover a lot of the board really quickly.
Oh,
so it's kind of almost not fair. Almost. I mean, it still requires skill, but because his range is so long, he can easily capitalize off of whiffs.
Now, the question is this going to become a Guild Fighter 5 when it comes to tournaments, or do you think there's characters that can just easily destroy Guild? Or do you think it's going to be a lot of Guilds in tournaments now?
There's a balance patch too, so that might be an asterisk there.
Ah, okay. What do you think, Randall?
I mean, as of right now, I would say, yeah, I would. I'm not saying that there aren't other characters that can body him, because I'm pretty sure there are, but I would not doubt
there's gonna be a lot of Guilds on.
But according to Brian, if there's a patch, then I don't know, he might get nerfed in some sort of way.
No, it already came out. Like when he released, they balanced everybody before him.
Oh.
Because they implemented the second V skills for everybody, and then they balanced everybody. So there's a character that almost everybody's playing as, right? That's Anthony's main Rashid. I
don't play Rashid. I hate that character.
Already a problem. You want to know what his second V skill is? They're like, he doesn't feel enough like a Marvel character. Let's give him an air dash.
Oh, yeah.
They gave him an air dash?
Let's give him an air dash.
He's the only character.
Let's pretend he's like in Guilty Gear, but in Street Fighter.
And
Air
God can throw
dash.
sonic booms in the air now.
Yeah,
Oh, he can?
Guile can sonic boom in the air, and what's her name? Laura can do the same kind of too.
But does he linger in the air as he's doing it, or does he fall as he's falling? It goes.
It's all one
We-
continuous motion. It's kind of
Yeah.
like how Akuma does his.
Oh, okay. With the
It's not like a pause in the air and then fireball. It's just like as he's going, he
Yeah.
can throw out. So,
That's pretty cool.
Another thing that maybe you'll like, Gil Anthony, his second V skill is a parry, and it's better than reuse.
As in like a bigger window.
As in, like, you're more advantageous if you parry somebody.
Oh.
I think they said that you're at. It puts you at. Was it 1 frame advantage? I think it was.
So, to give you context, standing on full screen away from a Dhalsim, he parried the low foot where he like just tries to stub your toe.
And he hit it?
He parried it and he did his lunge punch and hit Dhalsim's body. Like he went that far across the screen and hit
Get
Dhalsim's
the
body.
F out of here. That sounds broken.
That sounds worse than GT Goku.
No.
Nah, because this requires skill.
Well, yeah,
to do
parrying
that.
and it's not easy. You have to like try to read their moves. I know. I'm just bullshitting here. You know.
But it's definitely fun to watch. The key takeaways for the patch, and then I'll stop. Again, Rashid's playing Marvel for whatever reason. Alex's second V skill kind of seems interesting, but they nerfed some of his like. They nerfed his command grab, and I'm assuming it's because of what you can do with this V skill. So when it's activated, it's him stretching again, but this time his legs. Like fix his legs, don't make him stretch them.
Okay.
You can cancel a special move into a special move when you have it active. So you can do his flash chop into
Okay.
like the shoulder, flash chop into like the foot dive. You can even on block, but once you do it once, get the charge again, which is interesting. His first V skill was like you get a counter hit, but this one seems like it can lead to more
You can. It
and
sounds like you
make-
can have more fun with it too.
and give you safe pressure, kind of. Sagat, the only thing that I really noticed is that this is what they said. I haven't played him since the patch because he's like 7'3", but he has the limbs of like fucking Toad from Mario on his like neutral button. So his crouching medium punch and medium kick, they extended the hitbox forward. So maybe his legs are actually his legs now. I don't know.
So now he can actually hit something that's
Oh.
not sniffing his armpit.
So Ryu's first V trigger, the one where it's like Denjin fireballs. When you used to throw fireballs, it would take some of your V trigger. Now, within that period, you can throw as many fireballs as you want till it expires. It doesn't take any of your V trigger.
Oh, so it's now timed instead of meter managed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Those are the key things that I can remember.
I guess it makes it more worth it to use that V trigger now. Then.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They put Ryu in the game.
All right, it's about that time, gentlemen. Our top 10 lists.
Are we gonna go through? Each of us go through like the top 10 the top 10 for the year, and then do the decade, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, we're gonna do the top list of the 2019 first, and then the top list of the decade.
Okay.
So the next question is: do you guys want to do each person at like Randall does his number 10, you do number 10, like each person, or do we go through the whole list for everybody first?
I think we should just go through the list
Okay,
personally. Like do like
10 to 1,
'cause-
and then you 10 to 1, and then okay,
yeah.
all right, that's fine.
Do we explain it or we just list it?
I'm gonna give like a sentence or two on why, but I mean it's up to you guys. We just want to literally just read your thing and say I'm done and move on.
Oh, go to
View?
type in.
on the browser?
Yeah.
Okay,
If
what do
only
you want me
he
to type
had
in?
some sort of device that allowed him to speak directly into Anthony's ears.
I think I put Rocket Punch
Oh shit, he put something on his website.
Hold on.
games. Rocket Punch games. Is it Rocket Punch game?
It's Rocket Punch Dash Studios.
Okay.
Do we need to talk to fill this in while
Yeah,
you
just
find
go
this?
ahead. Yeah, do that.
So when you gonna play Dragon Ball with me, Kelsey?
Studios is
I don't think I own that game anymore. I think I sold it.
Rocket Punch is one word, and then it's
This man sold a digital copy. The lack of respect you're showing me is unbelievable.
On Steam.
This fucking
You
guy,
said
you
top
sold
10?
you sold your Steam copy to GameStop.
Yep.
Okay.
Couldn't do it anymore.
I
right.
didn't finish installing it, but I'm gonna reinstall Tekken and give that another shot.
Probably shouldn't.
What'd you say?
No shit.
I don't know.
Babe, what'd you say?
That game's been dead since Tekken Tag.
It's actually been getting bigger every year.
I don't know what that is.
Oh wait, I was thinking of Street Fighter.
I wish, dude. I wish it was dead already.
All right, so we're gonna start with Randall because he already has his in web format here. So I guess we're gonna start with music first. So everyone does their music first. Randall, I hope this is ordered, right?
Yes.
Left is 1 or right is 1?
Well, we're in America, so we go from left to right.
So the left is 10.
No.
Okay, so then it means you're doing it backwards then. Because I said we're going from 10 to 1.
Why?
So left is this is number 1.
Yes.
So we're starting from the right hand side then.
Okay.
Jesus Christ! But you didn't even write the freaking name here, Randall.
Why is it so small? Oh, because you have it half the screen. What is it?
So Randall's number 10 for 2019 top 10 music goes to Julia Michaels. Is it the whole album?
No, just that one song.
What's the one song that's not on here?
It is called.
You got this. Na 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 na. Johan in the chat saying who? Julia Michaels. She's
Hurt Again.
Heard Again by Julia Michaels. Number 10 for Randall. Number 9 for Randall. 2019 top 10 music. Speedboat by Denzel Curry. Banger. Do you want to give any reasons why you like these at all, or do you want me to just go through the list?
I mean, you can just go.
Go through this, all right. At number 8, we have I don't know what this is, Randall. Let me just full screen it for real, because Randall, like it still doesn't have. It just says Orphans on it.
That's Coldplay.
Coldplay, Orphans.
I put Orphans underneath that because that's the track that I like from that album.
From the album. What's the name of the album? You are killing me softly.
Everyday Life.
Everyday Life.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's called Orphans. All right.
The name of the track is called Orphans, but the album is Everyday Life.
Okay. So that was number 10. I'm sorry. You only have.
Oh yeah, I don't have 10.
You have 7 for music.
Yeah.
Sorry. So that was 7, 6, 5. Number 4 for Randall.
Yeah.
For 2019 music is Mega Drive. 1990 Xrd.
It's XX.
19XX. Why don't you click on the screen, hold Control, and hit the plus button a couple of times so that you can actually read this shit.
Kelsey, if you see this album, it doesn't matter how much you zoom in.
It's not the pictures are big. It's just that the album is really busy.
Like it's a golden face with like veins and stuff coming out of it, and it's all purple yellow. Like the text is also the same color. Like it's blending in with the background.
Clearly, they fucked up because it should have been black and yellow.
All right, and then number 3 is Nas, Reach Out. Number 2, Nas, Daughters. And now sitting at number 1, where he deserves to be, is The Weeknd.
Daughters
from Nas? Nas. Life is Good album.
Isn't this 2019?
Yeah. Actually, that's old, Randall. That's right.
Yeah, that came out in 2012.
That came out 2012, my guy.
It did?
Yeah, right. This is an old album. For crying out loud. I don't even know if the rest of these. I know Denzel Curry's is this year. Julia Michaels is this year. Is the Coldplay's this year?
Yeah.
Is Mega Drive this year?
Yes.
This Nas album was really old. I don't know why I didn't catch it. Everyday Life, Orphans. Jesus, Randall, you had one job.
I messed up on one album.
That means you have a top 5 now instead of a top. Okay,
that's fine.
Man, this guy says he's a Nas fan. Doesn't even know when his album came out.
And at the top is The Weeknd with Heartless. As his top. Anyone have any comments on his top 10? Because I'm sure everyone's gonna have comments on somebody else's. No, we're moving on.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, Kelsey. This is the one I'm fucking looking forward to, dude. Like, I need his
So-
list.
Well, because I don't really listen to new music. I usually listen to a lot of the shit from
Yeah, I know.
90s and early 2000s, and then whatever Bryant and Shannon, the two blackest people I know, throw at me.
That's why I want to hear what this year's list is for you.
All right, so I put some of these things are just on here because otherwise I would have like 3 things on here if I didn't just include things that I had heard throughout the year.
That's fine, man. We're not here to bash or anything. We're just here to have fun here. So, like, hit us with your you said you had top 10 or
I
what
have
is it?
6. I
Top
also have
6.
6. All right, so number 6 is "Thank You Next," the album by Ariana Grande.
Good choice.
It "Thank You Next" is catchy. "Break Up With Your Boyfriend" wasn't too bad, and then I don't know if I actually listened to anything else on there.
That's fine.
"The Get Up" by Blanco Brown.
I don't know that one. The Get Up by Blanco Brown.
If you
Interesting.
heard it, it's one of those like really catchy songs that a lot of people did like TikTok videos to,
Okay.
or like little dance videos. And it was when it first came out, like it just exploded with people, doing the dance because he like describes kind of like a little, dance thing in the middle of it.
Okay.
The 7 EP by Lil Nas X, Panini, Old Town Road.
Yeah. Panini was an acquired taste for me. At first, I'm like, what is this? And then I'm at the gym and they play it all the time. I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, I really like a lot of Lil Nas X's music, but holy shit, every one of his songs lasts 3.7 seconds. Every single one of them. You're just
That's the
you're
wave,
like,
dude.
yeah, let's get. Wait, where'd it go?
Like
What
Panini
happened?
lasts like 2 minutes, I think.
It's 1 minute 55 seconds unless you do the remix with the baby, where it's 2 minutes 31 seconds.
Nah, but I don't like that, but I like that. I'd rather him get in, get out, say what he got to say instead of having it like extended for long periods of time. And I'm like, what are we doing here? So I hate it, but I'm like, for a song you can put on loop, bang out.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, it's done for streams. Shorter the song, the more times you gotta replay it, the higher your stream numbers.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
playing the system, B.
Number 3 is The Rebirth 2 by Eric Bellinger. I liked a lot of the songs on there, but or at least in the first half, the second half was either just not very good or was just a repeat.
Yeah, just a
Basically.
throwaway songs.
Number 2 is "Cash Shit" by Megan Thee Stallion and DaBaby.
Oh, okay. Are you hitting some like?
This is all Shannon.
It is. Every time we only listen to ratchet music when we're in her car.
Okay.
And so this and the next one, "Stooge" by DaBaby.
Oh, Shug.
Shug.
Yeah. Yeah. The baby had some hits this year, so
I really like his voice. Like he actually has like a really good voice for singing, rapping. Whatever.
Yeah, I highly agree with that. I definitely agree with that.
Same thing with Megan Thee Stallion. Like, I mean, there's a lot of women that are in the the rap hip hop business right now, but she just has like a very controlling voice.
Fuck a bad bitch. Shit, I twerked to that, dude.
I have already.
What? How do you say it? Suge?
Shug.
Shug.
Shug is
Yeah.
number 1 by DaBaby.
I actually haven't heard that album, but I heard the singles.
Nice.
I like him. I like him as a person.
I don't know anything
What
about
I've
a
seen.
person, but like when I hear like some tracks and he comes on, and I'm like, he just sounds like a rapper's voice. He has a rapper's flow.
Mhm.
Like he sounds good.
He doesn't
With-
like sound. He's not whiny. He's not
Yeah.
just like there talking. He actually sounds like he's got good flow. He's got a commanding voice,
Yeah,
and it sounds right.
I agree with that.
And that's
I
his
haven't-
regular voice too. That's just how he talks.
I didn't get a chance to listen to his album because I'm pretty sure if I did, he probably would have made my top 10. But laziness.
Yeah.
I apologize to baby. Brian, your top 10 2019 music.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say that I missed out on a lot of albums I want to listen to. I listened to I started strong at the beginning of this year, and then there's just gaps of time where
Yep.
I just didn't listen to anything.
Same
So
here.
this is a whack ass list. I'm gonna say already from jump. There's probably a lot of good stuff I missed, but this is just what I happen to hear.
Okay.
All right, so number 10 is Hyperion by Gesaffelstein. I liked it because it was like it was just like synthy. It sounded like synthy orchestra music.
Okay.
If that
I
makes
agree.
any sense. And it was entertaining. Minus the one of the week, and that song can be thrown out.
I agree, but I still added that to my library for
Oh,
fanboyism.
yeah, you lose your fucking weekend dollars if you do.
Yeah, I need those dollars.
Number 9, YG For Real. I started listening to that album. Like, I was like, okay, let's see how far I can get into it. But I actually really enjoyed it.
I thought that would be a lot higher, to be honest. Why is that number 9? I don't know. Because you dance to the same In the Dark reference every podcast episode.
I would say from like top 6 up, there's a reason it's down there because the things that are above it to an extent was more than just that song. Does that make sense? I liked the whole album more so than In the Dark. But his album, I'm not shitting on his album. His album's actually pretty good. He's more than just like the West Coast brazy music. He does some storytelling in there. There's some songs that are really annoying, like chorus wise, but if you tune it out, you're just sitting there like, oh shit. Yeah, I enjoyed it. The 8th one, another joke one that I only listened to their album because the name of the band, and that's Yak, Pursuit of Momentary Happiness.
Oh, I remember
Still
you
made number
reviewing
8,
this.
though.
Yeah, like
I actually enjoyed it. It's like it's very indie rockish, but a lot of the songs I really like. So there's stuff that's like it has the energy of like songs like Blitzkrieg Bop. Like there's songs that are like that upbeat, but then it's like there's some not necessarily melancholy, but it's like mellow rock. There's some stuff in that too. It's overall just like it's an experience. If you listen to it straight from beginning to end, you can experience the album without. You don't want to skip anything. Basically, I wasn't one song where I was like, I don't want to hear this. Skip.
oh,
There wasn't any Heartless on there.
how dare you?
Number 7 is Tyler the Creator, Igor.
Hey,
Prior to this
Earthquake.
album, I really did not like Tyler the Creator's music. I liked his personality a lot. This album I enjoyed. To me, this is it reminds me of Childish Gambino's album, The Awaken My Love, but like even more abstract, and I enjoyed a lot of it. I think Boy is a Gun was my favorite song, but I could be wrong. I'd have to go look at the titles again.
You make my earthquake. That's your favorite song.
So where Cardi's part is.
That's the one thing I don't like about that track. Is that
I was like, when he came on, at first, like, okay, the Attitune chorus, not feeling it. Then I heard, I'm gonna feel by none. And I was like, number 6, The Weeknd, Blinding Lights.
Okay.
That song is just, it's hard to believe that people don't like the song. Like, I can't.
There's people I've met at my job. They're like, it's good, but they like Heartless better. And I'm like, I love Heartless, but I still think Blinding Lights is better.
I even try to see like objectively about music. I'm trying to see what's wrong with it. The mix, it fits the kind of music that I was trying. It's like a capsule song where like it fits a certain decade or specific
era.
sound from back then. Yeah, it's like an era song. So the mix fits it well. The instrumental, like the production on it, I really enjoyed. Vocals, it's The Weeknd, so I mean, you're not gonna get shitty vocals. I couldn't find anything bad about that song. It wasn't Heartless. Number 5, Ariana Grande, Thank You Next. I came in, I was like, we'll also give it a listen. I really enjoyed it. There's some songs that are just annoying choruses, or
I agree. There's
the
some
boyfriend
choruses
one or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't like that chorus or that most of the message of that fucking song.
But a lot of it, that's also a thing. A lot of the album actually had content. I was expecting just pop throwaways or whatever. There's some good content. I think Ghostin' was my favorite because of the way it was produced, where there's a bunch of there's swelling that starts mono in the middle. I think it's strings, and every like beat you hear it slowly open up and open up. It's very it's a good just like turn your lights off
creative.
and just sit there and like vibe to it. Yeah, it's definitely mood music. Number 4, Snow Allegra, Those Feelings Again. The album's solid. What carried it to number 4 is literally "I Want You Around." That specific song.
Oh, okay.
If it was just songs of 2019, free at number 1.
Well, I mean, you could have done that. Like we gave you the freedom to, if you just wanted to put by song or.
Yeah, but I wanted to do was what I wanted.
Okay. Hey, put the gun
It's
down.
my life.
To be honest with you, if Nice for What came out this year, I Want You Around was better than Nice for What for me.
Oh wow, that's saying a lot because Nice for What is clean. That's a clean track.
And it's a song to cut up to.
Shoot.
Number 3,
That's saying
the
a lot.
actual Nas album that came out this year, The Lost Tapes 2. It's a solid album. It's more of just Nas. He wasn't like experimenting for the most part. Production's nice, storytelling's nice. There's some songs, again, chorus was meh, but a lot of times it's overlookable because the content in the verses. Number 2, Freddie Gibbs and Madlib Bandana. I really
okay.
enjoyed this album. I knew of Freddie Gibbs. I didn't listen to him like he was Frank Ocean or anything, but this album from beginning to end was entertaining, and there was enough content that I enjoyed my experience with that album. Production is Madlib, so obviously it's good there. And then number 1, I'm pretty sure it's just mimicking. Anthony's gonna mimic me here because I went before, but it's Billie Eilish. When we all fall asleep, where do we go? This is the closest I've gotten to listening to
Liking
an
every
album.
single song.
No, this is the closest I've gotten.
Sorry.
Like the most I've felt an album since Blonde. Like you hear some songs, oh that's
By
cool.
Frank
That's cool,
Ocean,
but this,
if no one knows.
yeah, Frank Ocean Blonde. This is like in terms of actually resonating with the music, or at least getting what the artist is trying to do. It's like right under there. There's
Right, yeah.
like the last 6 songs or something. They're so like emotionally heavy that when the album ended, for like a good 10 minutes, I was just sitting here like I felt a weight on me just from hearing what was on the album.
Yeah.
Favorite song on it, I would probably say it's "I Love You."
Oh yeah.
Great
Yeah.
production overall. A lot of
Yeah.
and that's what's cool. It's literally just her and her brother making this music,
Yeah.
and it's so well put together. I'm just like, shit, dude. And she's only 17, and she's this
Yeah.
fucking talented.
I just hope the music industry doesn't destroy her, dude.
I don't think it will. I believe in her.
I think she's surrounded by like loving people, so like I don't think it'll destroy her. Johan says in the chat that we just skipped my number 1 because we already know it. Absolutely not.
What's his number 1?
Mine. You.
Oh.
You said I'm gonna mimic you.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's my top 10.
Nice. That's a good list. I definitely agree with you on one specific one and the placement of that one specific one. So.
Yak?
No, not for
Oh.
my top 10. 2019. That's not an Anthony. That's your decade one. Music. Let's start with Solange. Number 10, When I Get Home. Brian,
Is that the
you just
song or
reacted?
album?
That's the album.
I forgot that was this year.
Oh my gosh. Well, it was. And it's she's become like the Knowles I want to listen to, because Beyonce's music at this point has gotten like too, I guess, out of control for me. Where Solange is a very smooth R&B, and it's just what I want to hear. Number 9, Logic, Supermarket. It's supposed to be the soundtrack to a book he wrote that's called Supermarket. I put this on here because there was only 2 tracks on here that I really liked, but they're like songs I really liked, which is Bohemian Rhapsody, and the second one is I'm Gonna Rock Your World. And both of those tracks you can just have them on repeat, but with the great instrumentals. Bohemian Rhapsody does some great stuff with instrumentals too. And Logic just sounds great, and it's him throwing bars at us for minutes at a time for most of that album. But for the 2 songs that I specified, he's trying to make it more melodic, and it's kind of not singing because he's not singing. I don't know how to explain it, but like
he just has melodies to it.
Yeah, he's adding like melodies and stuff, and it sounds really good. A lot of his productions, he makes sure that the instrumentals and whatever mixes in with his voice in a way that it feels like it fits together, and that's That's no exception. Number 8. I can't count. I'm sorry. Tyler the Creator, Igor. You make my earthquake. That's the
4x9.
No, not that part.
Set me up. Set me up. Like Wolfie Icky.
On the opposite of Brian, I did enjoy Tyler the Creator's music back when it was I forgot what album Slater was in. Slater's a song with him and Frank Ocean in it. And like I forgot what I think it's Wolf. I'm not entirely sure. But that album was great. When I listened to it, was great. Flower Boy was great. This is like an improvement on Flower Boy in terms of like instrumentals and like more experimentation in this one, I think, in comparison to Flower Boy. But yeah, he has a lot of tracks on here that are super catchy choruses, and I'm like Earthquake every time it comes on. I'm like, I got this. And even when the Playboy Cardi one comes on, I'm like, oh yeah, that body, bro. And then I'm like, what am I doing? And then it comes back in the chorus, and I'm like, oh, this song's perfect.
One thing I forgot to say about Tyler the Creator, I didn't like his music, but I've always liked his production. I don't know if you know, but he produced Big Body Big Benz.
Oh, he did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a hard instrumental. For number 7, we have Julia Michaels' Inner Monologue, which is the album where Randall's song "Hurt Again" comes from. If you like that, did you listen to the rest of the album, Randall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's the only one you like, because a lot of that rest of the album was like "Hurt." It's like "Hurt Again." It's like real scenario. Like it seems like it's like real scenario she went through. Like the way
you played that song on the drive to Kaka Head Here's Wedding, right?
Yeah, I played 2 of her songs.
Okay, because I ended up liking that song, and I found a random Julia Michaels song on the 2019 list, like Spotify.
It's probably Hurt Again. This. It's either that or there's another song on there that I played on the way over there. But yeah, like that album has that type of energy throughout the album itself. She has like her lyrics are like very cleverly written in terms of like relationships and stuff, and I liked it a lot. And from here,
shouldn't have said it and Hurt Again or the ones.
That's what it is. Shouldn't have said it. Yeah, this is the second one. And then from like here up, it's mostly females. Oh, never mind. I'm a liar. So there's 2 more dudes. Anyway, because the ladies were killing it this year. Kalani, While We Wait. She had 2 or 3 songs on there. She had one with Black, RPG, and she had another one with Ty Dolla $ign, which is I'm gonna forget. The one where it's like
Nights Like This.
Nights Like This and RPG were like heavy good tracks on there. And the rest of the album was pretty good too, but it wasn't like it didn't hit the same level as those 2 singles.
I fucked up.
With what?
I should have put RPG on my list. Just that song.
Just that song? Yeah, because RPG hits. And Black has a fantastic verse in that.
Yo, 6 Lack's my guy, dude.
No. Number 5, Schoolboy Q, Crash Talk. Schoolboy Q delivering his just bangers, like high energy. And he also had like one track on there called Black Folk that's just a very smooth instrumental, and he's just rapping on, just throwing bars on it, but in a very nice and cohesive way. And I had to put that on here because those. And he has a crazy one with 21 called I think it's 5200. Anyway, but he's got a good mix of like hype music in there, and he has some just regular slower pace, like slow energy, like hip hop, and he's just laying down some great vocals, not vocals, bars. At number 4, we have Logic for the second time on here, because that man's just dropping at projects. Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. He has like 4 tracks on here that's very reminiscent of Young Sinatra 4, which is just like lo-fi hip hop instrumentals, like boom bap stuff on here that I'm addicted to. He sounds great on boom bap, and every time he drops a boom bap type song, I'm all over it. So like, and then he dropped 4 of them that are really good on here, especially some that are referencing like famous life and the way society is like looking into how the social media how the social media world is unfolding for us. I think that's Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. It's the title track for this is just the track that talks about that. Number 3, Ariana Grande for the 3rd time already between us. Thank You Next. That album, like, I'm not gonna just repeat most of what Brian said. I'm not gonna just repeat all of it. Great tracks, great choruses. Great, like, the popular. I Think You Next was good on there. Ghostin' was good on there. There was another one on there that. There's one that didn't have a good chorus, but I like the verses, and it's the one that she yells, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh my god, I was
Like-
so tired. It upset me how good that song was, and
Yep.
someone recorded her. End of the recording did this.
Yeah,
I don't
dude,
know
like,
how they did that.
that's the one that I'm like, I have it in my library. I forgot the name of that track, but it's the chorus. I'm like, okay, let's get to
Out
the
of my
chorus. and then
head,
go,
I think.
out of my head, yeah, it's that one. And that like the verses are great. The instrumental like before that chorus comes on is great, and then the chorus hits and you're like, what happened? You had
Yeah, I liked
everything
it too,
right.
apparently.
You did? Yeah, because it's so good. The verses between the choruses are so good that you're like, I gotta at least give it a like. Number 2, which surprised me when I heard it, Carly Rae Jepsen, Dedicated.
Oh.
I've never in my life thought I would be putting a Carly Rae Jepsen project on the top 10, and boy, she has hits on that album. But in terms but pop hits, like it's nice, and this isn't like hip hop or rap, but like it's like very catchy hit tracks on there. Choruses are like well, for the most part, well crafted. Verses in between are pretty good, and it just has that funk instrumentals throughout the entire album that's just very consistent, and it's great. And then number 1, Billie Eilish. I'm not gonna repeat what Brian already said. It's Billie Eilish. To mimic almost everything Brian was saying, the album was like top to bottom, like all of it. It's the sound, the music sounds like the cover, like what you see in the cover art. It's just dark, like surrounding her with her looking like a maniac, but it's mixed in with like emotional depth and like all of it's great. The writing's great. The sounds are very complimentary to the lyrics. To even if you watch the music videos, all of it makes sense. Like all of it fits together and complement each other well. I don't know who he barked, but that I thought Brian did because he pointed at the screen and I heard the bark. I'm like, how did you do that?
The only negatives I can say is I don't like that last part of Bad Guy, and the Crown song I could do without.
For me, I started the same way when I heard it the first time. I'm like, I can see him in a crown. I'm like, I might pass it, but I was looping the album in its entirety, and then I'm like, okay, I can once listening to it in a loop. I'm like, okay, I can use a banger right now because it's like so heavy, and this one's just like a club banger, I guess, and it fit well with me. And that's our top 10 music of 2019. Music. Yeah, that took us 20 minutes.
One fucking list. Yeah, we need to like
speed it up. I know. So next we'll do let's do games.
Oh, it's only 9. I thought it was later.
It's 9. It's almost 9:30.
It's 9:30, guy.
Yeah,
it's an hour and a half.
I thought it was like 10. I don't know why.
Let's do games next, and we'll leave movies for last. I think movies is the most hype. I think, right? Or is it games? What do you guys want to talk about first?
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really care. I don't know that either one's gonna be like any more. I think both of them are just gonna be like, yes, you know.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be a
we'll do games.
I think movies is gonna be more variety in it. So probably games because we all know what we did and didn't like.
Yeah, that's true. So let's do 2019 games. Randall, you want to start off first? Or you want somebody else to go?
It's up to you, man. You in control.
Randall's top 10.
He just said you're number 1, Anthony. It's a good segue. He said you're in control.
So why don't you go first since you went last?
Well, I wanted to keep the same order, but I asked.
There's chaos in order.
All right, then I'll go first then. Top 10 games of 2019. Anthony's list. Joe Hunt says Randall didn't really finish Katana Zero. Did you not really? I thought you did.
Almost.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, if we didn't beat it, we can have it on here?
No, that's not true. That's not what I said. No, that's not. That is not what we're saying here.
Okay. Because there's...
All right.
Wait, you had to have beaten the game to keep to have it on the list?
Nope, that's not true. Okay. You don't have to do that.
That conversation literally just happened, Kelsey.
That's why I was confirming, because I thought I misheard him, and I wanted to confirm.
No,
because I would have to make some changes.
Oh my god! No,
actually, there's only one game that I'd have to remove.
So then you're fine.
Go for it.
I have to remove like 4.
Okay.
Like 5 actually. Most of this list. Go on.
Number 10 on my list of top 10 games of 2019 is Ape Out. Ape Out is a top-down scroll, like a top-down action game. I guess you play as an ape trying to escape a captivity with the sickest jazz background music on the planet.
Freeform
jazz that it's programmed into the game, so the more intense you are, like if you get shot or something, it's dynamic. It gets louder the further you get into the stage. It is ingrained into the gameplay. That alone was just fantastic. It keeps you wanting to keep playing more levels because it's just fun. Throwing guys against the walls, trying to dodge bullets, trying to time like how long a person takes to shoot while getting behind cover, and maybe there's like levels with like flashing lights that are timed to the music too, and it's very well crafted game. Number 9, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I had to put this on this list because Call of Duty feels fantastic. Time to kill in this game feels fantastic, and if everybody's been listening to any of these podcast episodes, crossplay, and they had crossplay out the gate, so I have to commend them for that. So that's number 9 on that. The story for it was pretty good. It has some great sequences. I don't understand the 4-player co-op Spec Ops thing. It's so difficult, doesn't make any sense. But anyway, that's number 9. Number 8, Risk of Rain 2. 4-player co-op?
I think so.
I think it's 4-player co-op. The heck? Yeah, 4-player co-op, and with class-based. It's class-based, and you try to survive. I guess it's wave after wave, but it's mostly level after level. To be technical, because you don't have to kill all the people. You can just find the door, stay there for a bit, and then leave. But it's like a roguelite that you just keep killing more enemies, and the longer you stay playing that session or that run, the more difficult the enemies get, the more they keep spawning. And I guess, I don't know if they keep spawning or it's just that they get more difficult. They have so much health that you're not killing them fast enough, so the ones that were going to spawn are spawning anyway. I don't know how that mechanic works, but that's a great game even to play single player. Like, I played through that. And speaking of which, as of this recording, there's a new update out, so there's more content to try out.
I want to go back. I haven't played it since like that plant enemy character came out.
Yeah, and just like pick random. Everything's like randomized pickups you find, things you can buy at stores. It's a great co-op game. It's a great solo game. It has replayability because it's randomized, so like enemies and like pickups and stuff. So you might have like a crazy good run, or maybe like a trash run that you just die in the first level, or like unlocking the characters seem very unique, etc. Where's one? Where am I at? 10, 9, 8. Number 7, Katana Zero. 1, the music is so good in this game.
How good is it?
2, the action's great. It's very simple. I think it's just slash and dodge, right? Or dash through, right? If I'm not mistaken. It's slow motion, maybe. Randall's doing geometry over there. So I guess I'll wait for Johan to comment on it to confirm. But even that, it's just very satisfying to parry bullets, to dash through enemies, to even there's some light platforming, light puzzles in it, just enough to like make you feel like a badass, and you can continue going on. The story seems pretty cool. But it was pretty cool. I actually want more. And you got rolls, Johan says, yeah. So you can roll past things. You can pick up items and throw them, so you can like take out somebody from far away as you're parrying something else. It's very satisfying. It's very responsive combat. Katana Zero is awesome. And then you got a max pain slowdown thing. That's true. So where are we at here? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I mean, people who's known me since Stadia have seen me playing this game over and over again. It's Wolfenstein Youngblood. Stadia? So it's definitely Wolfenstein Youngblood at number 6. I played this game literally to completion the other day. I even screenshotted it with Stadia, and it has main mission, everything that you could possibly do says 100%. Besides my like power ups, but that's not what the statistics page says 100% on everything. It is a grindy game. You go in there, you shoot Nazis, you level up, you get more grinding. As in, you go through doing almost the same thing over and over again, but that same thing feels so satisfying. You have it's very basic. Like the weapons have like 1 or 2 different like armor piercing bullets, and then the enemies are mixed in differently. So you have to either swap between your guns or just keep shooting to shoot through the shield or the armor that doesn't do more damage. Anyway, But even it's co-op with an AI, the AI kind of is there to help you, but it's just so satisfying. It's the Wolfenstein gunplay from the remake, and it's just with RPG, it's light RPG and leveling stuff. So you get a little bit of that dopamine when you're like, oh, I leveled up 2% damage, and you can level up your weapons. You can buy upgrades for each weapon and get like bonuses for weapon sets, and I don't know, it's just very satisfying.
You're very satisfying.
Aw, don't you mean that? Number 5, Resident Evil 2 Remake. This was great for me because I didn't enjoy the mechanics of the old tank controls in Resident Evil 2 and that fixed camera, and having them literally remake the game in a more accessible way for people like myself who just wanted to have like a third-person shooter. But they still kept the horror
Essence.
The essence. Yeah, they still kept the essence. If I'm not mistaken, they still kept like most of the layout of the police station. If I'm not mistaken, they did. Again, Johan would have to confirm because he played both. Yeah, it's a great game, great shoot. It's a great third-person shooter with horror elements. It was just a fantastic time. You get to play through 2 different storylines, I guess, with different characters, but it's awesome. Number 4, Void Bastards. It's a cel-shaded roguelike where you just go from ship to ship getting parts for you to progress in the story. The story's kind of minimal. You're just a convict that's trying to escape, but you're flying your own ship that has gas and energy and stuff, and you're what was I gonna say?
Tank.
Scavenging, and you're scavenging for like parts that can keep the ship going, so you can get to the parts you need, so you can get the heck out of the space void that you're in and escape imprisonment. The game's very light on like the RPG stuff. You collect some things and you can upgrade some weapons, but it's just like the vibe of like exploring each ship and how like dark it is everywhere, and the enemies look kind of menacing, and it's just a vibe when you're scavenging through this, knowing that at any time some crazy thing around the corner can come and kill you and your run's over. Like, it's great. Number 3, beat this game like 7 times during lunch at work. Not in one sitting, but like every time I had lunch when this game came out. Cadence of Hyrule, Crypt of the Necrodancer. I never played the Necrodancer game before this, but when I saw that they're gonna have one with Zelda, and I like a lot of the Zelda songs, I'm like, that's probably a good time to try it, and I did, and boy, did I like it a lot. Ran through the base game with multiple characters. Like for the first, there's a story mode, and you get the characters, but you don't have to switch them, and then you can play the game in special modes where you only play as a specific character. And I played through like every single one that you can possibly do. One being, I don't want to spoil it, but there's one I couldn't beat because it's just freaking difficult to play as that character. But from the music, to how the game feels in combat, trying to think on your feet like 2 or 3 steps ahead, it's very fun. I highly recommend it for anyone who has a Switch. I highly recommend you get a Cadence Hyrule because it's really fun and it's worth it. Number 2, a game that's built for multiplayer, but I played the whole thing single player and still loved the shite out of it. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. I played this game so much, Randall was like, yo, should I get this game? I don't know, there's no story, but should I get this game? I'm like, yeah. And did he get that game? He didn't. The Division 2 it's everything Division 1 was, but I think improved in almost every facet, every way. It feels great. The world is literally alive. There's things happening with the NPCs, with or without other players. It's never like it doesn't feel like an empty world. And there's the art, and then the looting mechanic. The looting is always satisfying. It's just more of the Division in a much better package. It's just great. And then number 1, which if anybody saw the VGA,
Billie Eilish.
Not Billie Eilish. It's Control. Control. You play as Jesse Faden, who's in the search for her brother Dylan, and finally finds a bureau called the FBC, Federal Bureau of Control, where it's a bureau of supernatural things. And that's all I want to say. You traverse looking for your brother in this building. And that's all I'm going to say about the story. but mechanically, it's a fantastic third-person action game with like dashes, levitation. You can do telekinesis, like literally pick up blocks off the wall, and you see it rip out of like a pillar, and you can just chuck it at anyone. Very satisfying combat. Traversal feels great. Exploration is very satisfying because it's kind of Metroidvania like, but once you start getting more powers, you can go back and start looking for other things like upgrades, and you can upgrade your weapons. The game has a loot system where you can mod your weapons with different mods that drop from killing other enemies. And as of this recording, they released an expeditions upgrade where you can start doing like runs to earn more upgrades if you need to for those mods. It's really good. I love it. Control it's one of them. I'm like, these are the same guys who did Quantum Break, and Quantum Break was like, it was all right. And then I'm like, I'll give this a shot.
A tidbit for you. It's apparently in the same world as Alan Wake.
Oh. Well, yeah, Alan Wake was also made by these guys, and I hated Alan Wake mechanically. I hated the combat with the whole flashlight. Hey, there's a flashlight. Hold it for like 7 minutes. All right, now you can shoot him. No, this is you see him on sight, you can start blasting these guys or throw a cart full of water at him, or like, it's satisfying. It's just satisfying gameplay, satisfying exploration. The story, I'm intrigued with it because of the supernatural things that kind of make sense of it, but it's not like force fed through you. There's a doctor in there called oh my god, played that by Matthew Paredes. He was nominated. Dr. Darling, and he has a bunch of like videos you find in the game, and he goes through the science like perspective of how he's trying to deconstruct what's happening with the supernatural things. It's dope. It's highly recommended. So my top is definitely Control by far, and that's my top 10 of 2019. 12 minutes later, who's up next?
I'll go.
You'll go. Hit me with your top 10, buddy.
I think I only have like 8 or 9.
Okay, top 9. That's fine.
Need for Speed Heat.
Need for Speed Heat's definitely on there.
Please it's number 8. It's the very bottom.
Don't you add it? I would not have added that as a top.
I was thinking about not adding it, but I was like, I don't really have many. Might as well.
I would rather you say I have a top 5 than say you have a top 9, and Need for Speed Heat is on there.
It could be worse. You didn't say Street Fighter 5, so.
Don't get me wrong. Like, there was a lot wrong with the game, but there was a point where I was enjoying it, and I played it enough to beat it. So it's not like it was the worst thing in the world, but it really was the worst thing in the world.
Okay. That's fair.
At 1.
You said number 9 was what?
That was 8. Need for Speed Heat is number 8. Outer Worlds is number 7.
Okay.
Like I didn't get super far into it, but I did enjoy it. The story was really cool. The combat system was weird, but for the most part, it was a pretty decent game. 6, Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Okay.
I didn't actually finish it. Kind of just got distracted and bored. And I like the game. I feel like it is very overpowered in certain situations, where you just send a guy out who has claws and can do 9,000 attacks at once. Number 5, Borderlands 3.
Okay.
Number 4 was Apex Legends.
Apex, yeah, so that yeah, okay. I can see that.
Number 3 was Slay the Spire.
That's this year.
That's this
That
year,
is
Brian.
this year.
Brian didn't add it. He's gonna make a quick change here. Let's buy him some time.
There were a couple of things that I was like, I literally went through and like looked at all the decades for the decade one, and was like, or went through all the years for the decade and was like, okay, ooh, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Number 2 was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Really enjoyed that game. The story was great. Gameplay was pretty awesome. And number 1, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Nice. That's crazy. The top 2 are Souls-like combat games.
Exactly.
Nice.
Imagine that.
Right? The guy who likes that type of combat has those 2 as his top. That's pretty dope. Brian, you need more time for your top 10?
I fixed it.
Okay. Go for it, Randall. You'll be the last one for the games then. But then again, I'm reading it because Randall decided to not just use his phone.
Alright, so the game that I took off the list was Borderlands 3. Um, I enjoyed it for what it was. It just wasn't much to it. Like Borderlands 2 left some hefty shoes to fill, and they basically bought new shoes and left them empty.
Yep.
Okay.
So then things moved down. Number 10, MK11.
Oh, okay.
I typically don't like Mortal Kombat games too much. I don't like to push the block, and combos in NRS games specifically, like the whole dialogue combo, those strings pre-made for you. Not too big a fan of. Injustice, for whatever reason, is an exception. But this game feels really solid. And it just feels like a well-made, solid game. The story was okay, but it's not Street Fighter V, so that means it actually has a story, and it was just enjoyable the time I played it. Number 9 is Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. I didn't get far
Wow.
into the game, but from what I played, as someone who rants about how awful From Software games are, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoyed this game. I didn't
Okay.
get far though, but I enjoyed my time with it.
Okay.
Number 8, Control. Again, I didn't get far in that game. I didn't get to the point where the story actually started to make sense. It's just they just said words at me and expected me to know them. So story-wise, I can't give it too much credit. Gameplay-wise, felt well, and the world that they made for this game, like even with the sound effects for the background. So sound design, world creation, and gameplay itself felt really good. It's just the story I didn't get far enough for it to make any sense. The Threshold Kids.
Are you the director? No,
Yeah.
you're not the director. I'm the director.
No.
I'm the director.
Number 7 is Slay the Spire. I had that on there the entire time. It's a fun spin. I like card games. I like roguelites. You put them together, and it's a good combination. The game has mod support like Steam Workshop, so you can just put in whatever the fuck you want. But even with that, they're adding a new character soon too. There's a beta for a new character that's officially being made. But yeah, overall, it's just fun to play. Number 6, Ape Out. Basically what Anthony said. You put just a gorilla slapping people. You put a jazz to it. I'm gonna like it. The game makes me physically tense. Like once you get down to the low health and the jazz builds and you see a bunch of people aiming guns at you, you feel it. They did a good job with that.
I didn't mention it before, but the visuals, even the visual style they chose, it's very minimalistic, but it's a very striking and bright game, and it looks great. I didn't mention it before, but yeah, go ahead.
Number 5, Division 2.
Go.
I like the loot. It does loot well.
I like the
Story's
loot.
still non-existent, but the gameplay was fun. Number 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, despite my computer keeping me away from this game, it just feels really nice when you have your hands on it. Gunplay feels really good. The pacing's really good. When it's not crashing, it's really good. There's minor complaints in terms of like the way they handle spawns. Some of the maps I just not a fan of, but overall, gunfight's really a good addition, and it just feels really solid. I'm surprised from how much I hated Black Ops 4 to this, how big of a difference a developer can make on a series.
Yes, sir.
Number 3, Children of Morta. I like roguelikes. I like leveling up. I like the whole isometric kind of games. Like I really loved Binding of Isaac. This is kind of the same because it's a roguelike, but it's all that with evolving lore the more you play the game. So there's another hook that keeps you wanting to play it, which I really enjoyed. Number 2, Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Ooh.
I only
That's
have like
high up
5
there.
missions left. I looked it up. I only have 5 missions left.
Oh,
Uh,
you can just run through it.
Yeah, I'm trying to finish it before the end of the year. Gameplay is just it's just they keep making Fire Emblem even more strategic and less like, at least mechanic wise. They keep adding more layers to it, and that's what I really like. I'm not too big a fan of them basically letting you rewind time to save somebody. If they die, mourn them and move on. That's just how I feel about it. The story's never what keeps me in Fire Emblem games. It's just the gameplay, and they do a good job.
Okay.
And number 1, shocker, Indivisible.
Yeah, like I was looking to see what your top 8 or 9 were, like from 2 to 10, because I knew Indivisible was going to be the first one.
The game looks beautiful.
Handmade drawing and animations.
Yeah, handmade animations. Voice acting's pretty good. Narrative has a good plot point, but for the most part, it's predictable and anime. But the characters themselves are very entertaining. The combat, it's like, hey, let's make this turn-based RPG, but you're always allowed to do something.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you're doing fucking touch of deaths that you're manually inputting. You got meter management too for blocking or just spending the bar to do things to heal people, to just do a big ass Kamehameha. And then the navigation is just a Metroidvania. In a game that was made by the people who made Skullgirls.
You got to drop that in there.
So you just put so many, the soundtrack's good. They just put so many things that I enjoy into one game made by the people I like.
Mm-hmm.
And with small complaints, I really enjoyed the game.
Oh, they can say small complaint. I didn't get it sooner.
I'm glad I didn't get it sooner because there's still parts that feel like there's content missing.
Okay.
So I can allow it. I just need Skullgirls 2 sooner now because of
Oh, got it. Okay. Now that this is out, they have no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. And that's your top 10. Randall's top 10 now. That I'll read for you. I don't know why you added this, Randall. Remember, if you guys didn't like,
If you didn't what?
if you didn't want, you didn't have to do top 10. If like, I don't believe this is a top 10 for you. Like, you look at it and you're like, this is it's got to be in a top 10.
I'm not
10
denying
list.
the fact that probably 70% of that is stuff I just played in 2019.
Okay.
I had to put on my list.
If I hear Street Fighter V Arcade Edition,
No, it's not. It's not that.
okay.
Oh, you ready?
It's probably 2K.
No. Top. Okay, Anthony. Randall's top 10 of 2019 for games.
It's actually top 9 because that's 9.
I'm 9. It's 9. Sorry, top 9 for 2019. That's what I'm saying. You could have made it 8, Randall, because number 9 is Ultimate Marvel versus Ultimate Alliance. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Do you want to try that again? You said
Marvel-
like 9 different games.
Because I'm so like I don't know why you added this.
Because I was trying to make a list of 10. I wasn't thinking about the fact that maybe I should just put what I like. If I did, it would probably be way shorter than that.
Well, can you quickly look at this list and make it shorter? Nah, don't worry about it. It's too late for that. Yeah, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. It's a Switch game. We played co-op. It was me, Brian, and Randall. We played through. I think we played the whole story mode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the final fight was BS. Yeah,
I thought you guys loved it.
You know what? The one thing I really like doing the entire time?
Respawning. Yeah. Storm's move. Yeah, that was. I mean, Rand, I don't know if you're gonna speak more about it. You just want me to read your stuff, or
Yeah, go ahead.
just read it? All right. Number 8. Sorry, Samurai Showdown. Number 7. Wait, 9, 8, 7. Destiny 2. Number 6. Destiny 2 because it came out on Stadia. That he played these on Stadia, so technically they're out new. He kind of got the loophole there. 9, 8, 7, 6.
Why don't you just maximize it?
Number 6 is Space Justice. Randall, what the heck is Space? Oh, that's your mobile game that you play.
Yeah.
Got it. Number 5. Why is this on here, Randall?
What? It's good. I play that game every day.
Okay,
bro.
I believe you. I'm sorry. Number 5 is Homescapes, the mobile game. Number 4 is Mortal Kombat 11. Number 3 is NBA 2K20. Number 2 is Katana Zero, and number 1 is Jedi Fallen Order. Any objections? Any no?
What were the top 2? Say one more time.
Katana Zero and Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
All right.
He can agree with that. He's like, he's making sure. Yo, did he say Jedi is number 2 or 1? All right. And
It was actually a really good game. Like,
no, that's what I completely expected both of you guys to have that on your list because the reviews are just raving. It's selling really well. Like,
well, I think it's also one of the first games that EA's published that doesn't have microtransactions.
Oh, is that true?
No. No, Anthony.
What other games did they publish that didn't have it?
The first 2 Mass Effects?
Well, he meant recently. I would assume. I thought you were meaning like recently, because after the online stuff started coming out, almost all of them had it.
I didn't know Anthony was a thought. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Let's think about the 2019 movies, and we can finally put the 2019 to rest.
Oh man.
Who wants to start?
Bryant starts.
Oh,
Go,
shit.
Brian.
All right.
Brian's top 10 2019 movies. I gotta hear this.
I've actually seen more movies this year than I heard music, and that's not something I'm really proud of, to be honest with you.
Well, you should be, because movies are great, and they have music in movies, so you could have doubled up.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, no, I'm an idiot. You just said that. No, that wasn't this year. Never mind. That wasn't this year. Okay, so number 10. Boom. All right, so boom. Right. Number 10.
Problem.
Alita Battle Angel. It was enjoyable. Motorball was silly, but I like silly things apparently.
Motorball. You know, who want to play some motorball?
I want to play some motorball.
Motorball.
The movie itself was very cliche, but I think they did that on purpose. It's like very Power Rangers-esque, but it was enjoyable. I liked it. Number 9, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now this is a loophole because it came out last year in December in Japan, but January in the US.
Okay.
So this counts. I'm glad they gave Broly a story that does not revolve around Goku like the whole fucking show does still for no reason.
Yeah, I agree.
His backstory's good. Visually, he's good. He looks well done. The animation in that movie, well
It was
done.
really good, yeah.
Audio design, fire your engineer.
Yes. Yes.
Something distorting is not an effect like that. That's poor fucking mixing.
Oh my god, dude.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. Number 8, John Wick 3, Parabellum. I liked when he threw an axe. It's just more of the same for the most part. Again, whoever mixed this movie is probably 70% deaf.
But in their defense, all of them were that loud in the theater.
I think this is the first one I saw in the theater. Whoever, check their hearing. Just whisper like next to their ear and see if they flinch.
And in their defense, gunshots are really loud.
Yeah, but I shouldn't. Within 5 minutes, my ears literally hurt.
That's what gunshots do, Brian, when you're next to it.
Oh my god! And look behind you and look at me. Do we look the same?
Yeah.
Fucking guy.
It looks like you just photoshopped each other on.
So number 7 is Zombieland Double Tap.
Oof.
It was a fun time at the cinema.
Yeah, man. Zombieland loved it.
I expected less from it, but it was just a fun time. I enjoyed the movie. And number 6, Knives Out. Great cast, great plot twist, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fun movie.
I think it would be a twist on the way those stories are told.
Yeah, it's a twist on the genre, not necessarily like a movie specific thing.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Kelsey, have you gone and seen it yet?
Going to see which one?
Knives Out?
No, wanted to, but didn't get a chance to.
Hasn't seen Homecoming.
But he's seen other stuff that's newer, though, so he might watch this. Okay.
He's not allowed to, is what I'm telling you.
Oh, got it.
Number 5, Avengers Endgame. I'm not going to say spoilers, but X3. I had a question pertaining to 3 people's locations, and they answered it for me.
Yep, they sure did.
Again, that was a fun time.
At the cost of Anthony's soul.
Yeah. I was wrong about who doesn't survive, and to be honest, I'm indifferent about it.
Okay.
Who dies? Oh, okay, sucks, but my 3 are spoken for. It'd be
like that. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes someone gotta go.
Sometimes you gotta take it on the chin, dude.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
Number 4, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie.
What? Okay, that's okay.
I put it on there because I really enjoyed the original show. And this movie, without adding too much to it, to the series, like I didn't watch Better Call Saul yet. I haven't started that. I plan on it next year at least. I will start Better Call Saul, but it was, at least the function of that movie to me was just tie up that little
A
bow
bow.
on the series, and then that's it. And I think it served its purpose, and it was nice to see
The people again.
those characters again. Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with that.
that's
Man,
why it's up there.
That's pretty high up there, dude. God dang.
I really like Breaking Bad. I don't know what to tell you.
That you really like Breaking Bad.
Number 3, Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Well, I thought that was gonna be your number 1. That's number 3.
That's my number 3.
Okay.
Just
He surprised me. I thought that was easy number 1.
just a great time at the movie. Like Avengers is cute. It's basically Avengers is just Fast and the Furious with spandex on to me.
Yeah, man, Avengers was just family, and it's like 80 fucking superheroes coming in to do smash our toys together.
The Spider-Man movies to me are actually like movies. I don't know how to explain it. Like I take them seriously.
Okay.
When I see Avengers, I'm expecting just bullshit, and then I see someone come in with some stupid CG hands. But at the moment, I'm with it. Like that's what I want to see.
It's hype. It's hype when you're watching. When you look back, you're like, okay, okay.
Spider-Man's narrative, great. Acting, great. The villain, that's me. I'm from the future, by the way. You guys remember?
Gun?
Yeah, I'm from the future. I just really enjoyed the movie, and if I would have been drastically upset if they didn't keep him in the MCU.
Oh yeah,
like watching the movie in the theater
happened after the movie came out.
was like I can't wait. Then we watched it again after the fiasco.
Yeah,
and that shit, I felt like, when Capcom announces something, and I know it's not gonna be Marvel, but after they reveal what it is, I feel a little dead inside because it wasn't Marvel.
Yeah, because you still had a little bit of hope.
Yeah, that was me at the end of Far From Home after the fiasco.
Yeah, because
number 2, Ford versus Ferrari.
Okay.
I didn't know the story going into the movie, like the whole the based on true story part. Yeah. So I purposely went in just without knowing anything. It's one of those movies where you watch it and you don't see Christian Bale or Matt Damon. You see Carroll Shelby. You see, I can't believe I forgot his name. Oh my God.
Brian,
Christian Bale's character.
Instead of kilometers, there's
Miles. Fuck.
First name is a reused friend.
Ken Miles.
There you go.
What if I just went like Blanca Miles?
Miles Fuck would be an interesting name to go by.
Yeah.
It's a long thrust, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good character piece, I guess. I don't know if that's how you explain it.
I would say a biopic or something. I don't know.
Yeah, biopic. I really enjoyed it. Going into it, I wasn't expecting much. I was expecting just, we're driving fast. It was more than that. Number 1, Toy Story 4.
What? Oh, I was not expecting that, dude. That's crazy.
Toy Story 4 to me is the best movie. At the Toy Story 3, the ending, it definitely hit me.
Yeah.
But a lot of the topics or like the themes in Toy Story 4 was like,
it hit different.
I did not expect a Pixar movie minus Wall-E to resonate like that much. Even for like grown
you're
people.
missing one, but
what?
Coco.
The movie was trash.
I'll fight you right now.
Yeah, yo, I would go through the internet and hit you.
But yeah, Toy Story 4, great plot points that like no matter what your age is, the themes that they convey are like they're relevant in someone's life regardless of the age.
Mm-hmm.
Acting was well done. They added new characters. Keanu Reeves' character was really entertaining.
Yes, he did a great job.
The antagonist. That's another thing. There was no real like villain to the movie. It's just people doing things for X reason, and then you can see him like, oh, it makes sense.
Everyone's motives were grounded, and they had weight to it. So
it's crazy to see a movie where it's a bunch of toys and dolls, but they feel more human than actual movies you see with just live action.
Yeah, because the writing and the plot is just bad. So these guys have a good team.
That's my. I was also expecting Far From Home to be up there, but then I let it marinate. I'm like, I really love this movie, but these things hit different.
I see. When you said Far From Home, like number 3, I'm like, what the heck is up? What's number 1? I wasn't expecting Toy Story. You hit me with that. See you guys next season ending of a show. Oof. All right. So that's your movies. Randall, you want yours to go up on here?
I don't know why you keep asking.
Because,
me.
man, you were supposed to have it on you and you read it, and then you just gave it to me on a website.
I mean, it's convenient.
Randall's top 10.
I mean, if it's why is it that
Movies.
you don't pull it up on your phone on the website?
Because why would he do that when he can make a fancy web page?
The one time you legit have a reason to look at your phone on the stream.
He's like, nah, Anthony's got it. Yeah, Randall, what do you think of this? Huh?
It's because what he did was he flashed his OS and it only runs Instagram now, so he can't go and check anything else. Why do you think he doesn't message you? It's because he only has Instagram. You don't have that.
Oh my god! All right, let's get this over with. We still got the decade list. All right, number 10 for this is Randall's 2019 movies. Number 10 is Peanut Butter Falcon. Number 9, Booksmart. Number 8, Us. Number 7, Spider-Man: Far From Home. Number 6, Alita: Battle Angel. Number 5, Brian's already making faces. Ford v Ferrari. Number 4, Zombieland: Double Tap. Number 3, Knives Out. Number 2, John Wick 3: Parabellum. And the number 1 is Avengers: Endgame. Anyone want to ask him any questions whatsoever on his list?
No.
All right. Yeah, that seems pretty on par with what Randall would like, so we're moving on. Kelsey, hit me baby one more time.
All right, wait. I have 7. I've watched 7 movies this year.
You got it, bro. That's more than 6, you know?
So number 7 is Men in Black International. That was
enjoyable.
It was a fun movie.
Yep.
Like it was, it wasn't like the original, but
Nah.
it was really good with the, with what they did.
Yeah, the chemistry between him, basically Thor and Valkyrie.
Yes, that was like half the reason I watched it was
Yep.
because it had Liam Neeson in it, and he obviously didn't play as big a part in it as pretty sure it was Liam Neeson. Brian's giving me that look like I just fucked up.
No,
I
Johan in
didn't
the
see that.
chat just said crap list. Anyways, number 1 is Hobbs and Shaw. No, I'm kidding. It's subjective. If you like Hobbs and Shaw,
I didn't see the new Men in Black, so I didn't know Liam Neeson was in it.
but I mean, it's still worth to see. Like you were saying, we're seeing Thor and Valkyrie back at it, but in the MIB world, it was pretty fun. It was a really good movie. And then the little guy that's voiced by the guy in Stuber. Oh my god, he's gonna be in the Eternals.
The Kamal
Yeah, that guy.
Yanis or whatever.
Yeah, we're butchering his
swole
name,
now.
but because he's in a Marvel
is.
movie, he's in the Eternals.
So, but yeah, it was fun. Number 6 is John Wick 3.
Dude, John Wick's on here 3 times. That's crazy.
Number 5 is Detective Pikachu.
Okay.
Number 4 is Captain Marvel. What's up?
Okay. He thought he forgot his list. That's why because you said Detective Pikachu, and he recently saw it too, so he thought to put it on there. And then he's like, "Nah, never mind."
What's
And
with
now-
that face?
I don't know why he's in that face.
Say the movie you just said again.
Captain Marvel.
Okay, that's it. I
don't get it.
That was the joke to me.
Oh, okay. Because he hasn't seen Far From Home yet. All right.
Number 3 was Alita: Battle Angel.
Okay.
Number 2 was Shazam, and then number 1 was Avengers: Endgame.
Okay. 2. No. Oh my god, dude. All right. Let me hit you with the controversial top 10 list. All right. You ready?
Let's do this.
What if it's just literally like Randall's again?
It's just Randall's again. Number 10, The Art of Self-Defense. Because that movie was awkward funny in a very satisfying way. You want me to read the options again? Number 9, John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum.
What the hell? 4 times? That's crazy.
It's crazy. This one, he barely made it this time. I looked on my list, I'm like, wow, he barely made my top 10. Number 8, Zombieland: Double Tap. Number The heck? Number 7, 10, 9, 8.
Bubba.
Yeah, number 7, Avengers Endgame. Number 6, Spider-Man Far From Home. Number 5, Stan and Ollie, which is the story of the two really old like theater comedy duo and their life and how they broke apart.
Oh,
It's a pretty good movie. It's John C. Reilly.
the guy from Step Brothers.
Yeah, it's him showing off his like dramatics, like acting. You know.
He's gonna wreck it.
Okay. I think this is, was it 4? Wait, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, 4. Knives Out. I mean, you guys already spoke about Knives Out. 3, The Peanut Butter Falcon. Feel good story about Shia LaBeouf and I forgot the actor who plays the special kid, but on a journey to one get away from bad things while the other one's trying to go to something that's more entertaining in life because he's stuck in a old house, an elderly what's it, like a retirement home or whatever. Anyway, number 2, Booksmart. Was not expecting to have this comedy all the way at the top here, but it's this generation's in my opinion, this generation super bad.
Yeah.
Like
That's a kids one.
No, that's you're talking about like
Oh,
something else with the 3 little kids now. This
Yeah.
is something else.
What was
This is-
was Booksmart good?
Yes, I highly recommend Booksmart.
Okay, that's because Superbad was trash.
oh,
Oh,
shit.
What?
Okay, then you might not like Booksmart. Sort of like it has that same type of feel. So if you don't like, so maybe you won't like it.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, the thing with Superbad, like, I was really excited to see it. The first like 15 minutes of it was the only part that I found funny. The rest of it was just like them trying way too hard.
I don't know. I'd like. Now I want you to watch Booksmart and tell me what you think, because it's like it's like
Alright.
super bad, and then but it's like female leads, but it's like their own.
What was your
way.
favorite?
The taxi drive, dude.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
the,
that's
that's
what
the
I wanted to
funniest
see.
on the drive in the
Yeah.
taxi. That's the funniest thing.
I can't remember who was driving the taxi.
The guy who voices is it what's the name, Sudeikis?
Jason Sudeikis.
I think it's
Yeah.
Jason Sudeikis is the guy who was driving, if I'm not mistaken. He's he's like the coach or something at the school,
Yeah.
and then he does Uber on like off hours, and they happen to be in his car while this happened. It's a really funny. It's a funny part. And then number 1, easy for me, Ford versus Ferrari. Brian already spoke most of. He said what I was gonna say. That stuff hit. That was a fantastic movie. Excellent. Top 10 worthy even. Anyway,
I see what you did there.
yeah, quick and easy. All right, that was our. No, we're missing someone. Is that everybody's?
Yeah.
Top
Yeah,
10
Randall
for
did
2019.
his,
Randall did.
right?
I did Randall's.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all right, guys. That was our top 10 for 2019, and we're at 2 hours. So the next is this is the exciting one, the best for last, the decade. Top
Yo, I'm
10.
stupid. I was scrolling up the Google Doc for this episode. I'm like, where's my list?
Oh my
Fucking
god.
clown, this guy.
Yeah, you are a clown. So top 10 of this
We're gonna
decade.
last because clearly, for music, because clearly mine is gonna be the most amazing.
Yeah, you're definitely going last for music. We're starting with music, but you're going last for music. This I have to hear. It's gonna say Trina for like 6 of them. All right. So yeah,
4,
it's
okay.
from 2010 to 2019, our favorite games, movies, and music. Let's start with music like we did last time. I guess I'll go first. You just start us off with the music. Let's kick it. Number 10.
Ice.
Again, like I said in the other top 10, I would never see myself putting this person on my top 10 list.
Oh, Barley Bay Bebson.
Carly Rae Jepsen at number 10 with this album dedicated, specifically the album dedicated. Because I gotta preface this. This list is mixed with albums, specific albums of the artist, and just the artist in general, because they had a dynamite decade.
See, that's smart.
So it's
But
just a
then-
mix. I'm sorry.
I said that's smart, and I was like, why didn't I do that? And I'm like, that means I have to fill it with more.
That's true. So yeah, my 10 is Carly Rae Jepsen dedicated. I already spoke about it in my other top 10, so we'll move on. Number 9 is Frank Ocean, Nostalgia Ultra. That's an album that, or like a mix. It's, I guess, still considered a mixtape, but I put it on here.
It's a mixtape.
I guess I don't know. I cheated.
It's still music. No, it's still music.
Oh, you're right. Well, I put it on here because there's still like 6 tracks on there that I still listen to this day that still aged well and they sound great. He does a cover of Strawberry Swing from Coldplay that I still to this day adore, and I love that song. And that's that. Number 8, Jessie Ware in general. Brian fucked up. Yep. Jessie Ware, all her albums that she came out with this decade always had some great music in it. Great R&B music, great pop music. Her voice is fantastic. Like,
it's not too late for me, right?
Yeah, I can buy you time. So I mean, like, we can, but Kelsey's last. So
I'll tell you which album I got rid of too, like I did with games.
Okay.
My eyes hurt.
That's on there, yeah. Just Jessie Ware, she's a fantastic artist. Number 10, 9, 8, 7. Number 7 is Travis Scott, Astroworld album specifically. Because it was just an album full of just bangers from Travis Scott. That's definitely one for the decade. Like his song became a meme at one point. Like, was it Sicko Mode? Like
Dicko Mode?
Yeah, or that too, yeah. 9, 8, 7, 6. Number 5 is Kanye West, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy album specifically. Kelsey knows this album like from beginning to end because I played this at his apartment non-stop.
Which one? Sorry, I missed the.
Kanye West is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I played this album like.
I've ever heard it.
You're a liar. When I used to go to your place and we would work on whatever thing we were working on, that's the only thing that would be playing on loop. It was that album. You might have forgotten
honestly,
it. You probably had your headphones on.
It.
Oh, okay.
So I probably have to hear something from it.
Gotcha.
But, I mean, it's Kanye West, so tune it out.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. But yeah, that album from top to bottom, like I can listen to the whole thing in sequential order, random order. Like loved it. Number 5, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lord, the Melodrama album, specifically because the one before that was the Pure Hero one was okay, but Melodrama, I'm digging it. Very dark lyrics. Brian instrumental also fits it well. There's great energy, some experimental tracks on there. She caught me by surprise there. Like I've been waiting for her next album ever since. Number 4, Billie Eilish. Specifically, when we the album that was our top.
Say the whole title if it's on your fucking list.
When we all fall asleep, where do we go? Happy?
Question mark.
Gotcha.
I'm just kidding.
All right. Anyway, number 3, Ultraviolence is the album from Lana Del Rey, which is probably my favorite project that she's ever released. It's very dark. It's the same time where The Weeknd's Beauty Behind the Madness came out, and both those albums I listened to a lot that year, and they complemented each other really well.
I thought you were gonna do her just in general.
No, because the most songs I like from her are in this album. So at first I did just have her, and then I'm like, I looked at the liked songs that I have in as like an artist, and most of it is just from this album. So I'm like, I might as well just stick to this one, to be fair. Number 2, it's just Drake, because every album he drops, there's some banger on there that's in my head the entire year. This year's Money in the Grave. Last year was God's Plan, and what is it? The one you like, Nice for What? Year before that was, what is it? With My Woes, I think it was. In the sick. If you're reading this, it's too late. Year before that was the one with Jay-Z in it, the Pound Cake one.
Carrot cake.
Yeah, like every time he releases something this year, it was something in there that I have to put on loop, because he does a great job of making specific tracks that are just woo hype.
If Drake's his second, who's
number
first?
1? Anyone want to take a guess?
Clearly, it's Kanye.
All
It's
right.
Demi Lovato, obviously. She's a hit maker.
Oh my god, I need to scroll down to Randall's deck. I haven't looked at Randall's
veins.
decade yet. Number 1 is easily, anyone who freaking knows me, number 1 is The Weeknd.
Who?
The Weeknd, easily. Johan already he got it.
I don't know that I've heard
that's for this decade. Like, he came out this year. Brian was so gracious enough to introduce me to him back when I was still living with them, and we were playing Guild Wars 2. I think that's when when you first came out, right? The mixtapes where we were playing Guild Wars 2.
It was a mix of Guild Wars 2 and Mass Effect.
Johnson's
3.
biggest mistake. Technically, yeah, because now I just can't stop talking about it or singing a song. So yeah, I guess it gets annoying. But
Yeah, I like when people like stuff I recommend, so I'm okay with it.
yeah, ever
You
since
said
then,
it's The Weeknd?
yeah.
Yeah, they're a good band.
Yeah, I don't know that I've heard them.
I mean, you're not wrong. There is a band called The Weeknd.
Don't ruin this.
I'm just saying you're not
Hey,
wrong.
be cool.
I'm sorry, I'm cool. But yeah, of course, I've liked almost every single one of his projects. One more than others. Like Brian hates Kissland, but I still think it has a special, like its own unique take to it. Mostly because I don't know, I like the music videos for the songs he made for it. So it kind of fit the aesthetic of the album anyway. Cashing about ever if I hate, even if I hate it. Oh, that's sweet, Johan. I'm gonna kiss you. And that's it. That's my top 10. Because I tried to nail down one album for the weekend, and I'm like, no, there's no way anymore. If this was before Starboy, then maybe Beauty Behind the Madness would have won easily. But now, the trilogy even had added 3 tracks to that. I'm like, oh, easy, instant hits. And then Starboy came out with like a more mainstream vibe, and he took off with that. Now he's like a freaking literally a Starboy. And then now with Blinding Lights and Heartless. I mean, Brian, I know you hate Heartless, but I still like Heartless. It's a banger. It's so high energy. Anyway, but that's my top 10. Do you need more time, Brian, or can you go?
I just changed one thing on there. I can go if you want me to.
Hit me, Brian. Top 10 music of the decade.
All right, so the album I got rid of was Ego Death by The Internet. That was my 10.
The internet.
That was my 10, and I was like, yo, this shit, I fucks with it. And then Anthony said The Mrs.'s name, and I'm like, how?
Yeah.
So
This
I am
is-
tight.
This is my favorite part about the decade.
Yeah.
One is because people intricately or meticulously looked for all the things that they did, they liked, they played, they saw, whatever.
Yeah.
And then somebody goes, and then I had this, and they're like, fuck, how did I
Yep.
forget that?
I
Yep.
honestly, when he said Jessie Ware, I felt like I had to send her like an apology. So
Yeah, no.
my number 10 is J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Good album. Yes, that's a very good project.
So same thing with Tyler the Creator. I think it's prior to Born Sinner, was not a J. Cole fan. I did not like him. He had a song where I think he was on a Nas beat and a mixtape. I just found that the most disrespectful thing possible. But then Born Sinner, and I liked him. This album, I loved him. I prefer him to Kendrick just because he's easier to hear. Kendrick does too much, like Kendrick's voice in small doses, I'm okay. But if I'm gonna hear him do the weird shit for too long, I get burnt out on Kendrick. Number 9, Jessie Ware's Tough Love.
Oh, specifically Tough Love?
It was between that and Glass House, her newest album. But Tough Love, I listen to those songs for longer and more often.
Okay.
Number 8, Billie Eilish. When we all fall asleep, where do we go?
Okay.
Again, that shit hits different. Number 7, Brent Faiyaz, Sanderson. Great album. I think for like a month on loop, just that album.
Gotcha.
Phenomenal voice, great production, saying some shit that matters. Is just all in all perfect package. Number 6, The Weeknd's Trilogy.
Okay.
It's a lot of music altogether. So like if you listen to it once, you can get fatigued. But I was gracious enough to find them when it was still mixtapes.
So you got each part one at a time. So
Yeah, and in the 3 songs they added, I think most of those songs I like more than the original songs in the trilogy.
Okay.
Yeah, great music, great. I mean, it wasn't technically his first album. It was just he made an album off of his music, but a great intro to the people who weren't woke around that time.
Who weren't woke? Okay.
Yeah. Number 5, Adele's 21.
Yo, I forgot how do I forget Randall, hit me.
That's the
I'm kidding, don't hit
Mrs.
me.
I can't forget Adele. That's Miss. That's baby girl right there.
Wait, did I forget
again.
Adele and she just didn't make the cut? No, I didn't even add her to the pool of things. I messed up. Oh well.
When
Clearly.
I first heard her on the way to school, like 10th or 11th grade, and I was like, that's a soulful black woman.
Mm-hmm.
I was completely wrong.
Yep.
That is a woman from the UK, but I don't know. she makes me think that I got broken up with by her man, and like she does a good job
She makes you
writing.
feel things.
Yeah, she does a good job writing. Her voice is very powerful and it's very soulful. And I don't know, her music just again it hits a certain way, and it feels genuine. That's what most of these songs on here. They feel genuine, which is what I'm usually drawn to. Number 4, The Weeknd's "My Dear Melancholy."
Okay. Well, okay.
There is only one song on there I don't like, and I can't even remember what it is.
Hurt You.
No, it's not that.
Oh.
Fuck, what is it? Let me just look. I don't care. It doesn't matter. There's only one song on there.
Okay.
It's what, like 5 songs, 6 songs on there.
I think it's 6.
Those songs, to me, are more impactful than anything else he's put out.
Damn.
So
okay.
Call Out My Name, that shit hits way different. The only thing that I think contests how like good of a song that is from the trilogy is fuck. Talk to me, baby.
Wicked
Echoes of
Game?
Silence.
Echoes of Silence. Okay.
But that, to me, that I don't know. It's small, concise. It's like guerrilla warfare. It gets in, it does the job, and then it's out.
Gotcha.
Number 3, Frank Ocean's Channel Orange.
Oh, okay.
First time I didn't like his original album before he changed his name to Frank Ocean. That shit to me was just awful. I heard Thinking About You, I'm like, what is this? I need more of this in my life. I heard Channel Orange. First listen, it's just great singing, great production, really good. The more you listen to it, the more you get, like, there's more meaning behind every song, and there's multiple meanings to what he's saying. So there's multiple ways to
Interpret
digest this album. Yeah. Just phenomenal album. Number 2, Frank Ocean's Blonde. This is honestly probably my most listened to album ever created.
Okay.
This is like, do you ever hear something or watch something that like you could be in a certain mood and then you watch or hear this thing and it completely changes it?
Yeah,
if you could have just found out you made infinite money, like just you have infinite money now, and you're like, oh shit, and then you hear Blonde, and you're like, what's it? Why do I have? What's the point of this?
Yeah. The mood changes.
Yeah, it's such a great album content-wise. It's way different than Channel Orange. People complain about Blonde saying, oh, because there's no drums in it, or it's not like his old music. It's like, it's more abstract, but I don't know, it's way more genuine of a album. And my number 1 is Kanye West's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Oh, let's go, my guy.
I can't honestly think of one bad thing to say about this.
Yeah, like
it's I'm trying to think of how to even describe this album. So what's this for? College Dropout is like, people say is his best album or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's a tie between this and that album. To me, this is his like apex moment right before just weird shit happened.
Yeah.
We started making gospel, just started yelling with auto-tune and making electronic music. This is like I don't even know how to this album alone, you can find multiple, even if you don't like a aspect to it per song, there's always something else that you can pay attention to that'll make you like the song. So let's say, oh, I don't like the way he's yelling here. Listen to the production, like Devil in a Red Dress. I don't like Rick Ross usually before this album, and I can sit through the entire thing just because of the instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
Songs like Monster, and it's like a time capsule of the moment, because you have Nicki Minaj in her prime where she actually out-raps Jay-Z and Kanye and Rick Ross, but again, I didn't like him back then. You have things like Runaway where he goes up and plays one note 13 times.
Yep.
And then this big like symphony, like aha moment happens, and that song's just fucking beautiful. What else is on there? I'm gonna keep it short because I can speak an hour about this album, but that's my number 1.
Yeah, we still got
That's how
two
you
more.
really feel.
I already finished.
Oh, that's your 10. All right, so then who we got? Randall, I'll do your top 10 because you're last. Because Kelsey's last for this. So Randall, your top 10 songs or albums or whatever, music of the decade. Here we go. No way. Number 10 is Demi Lovato. Is that a specific album? Because the album cover doesn't really tell me anything. Cool for the Summer, the whole album?
That's a song.
That's a song, okay. Number 9.
Well, that was a good song. Cool
You
for the
remember that
summer.
one? Cool for the Summer?
Yeah.
Okay. Number 9 is Night Drive. I don't know what that is.
Kavinsky?
Is it-
Synthwave?
Is it Kavinsky's like Night Drive, the song in Drive?
No, synthwave.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, Kavinsky makes synthwave type of
But
stuff.
yeah, I know but it's not his.
Okay. And then number 8 is Litany. That whole album, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's an EP, Anthony.
EP, sorry. 7 is...
Why don't you put your glasses on?
This man put Escápate Conmigo with featuring Ozuna, which is a banger. I'm not gonna lie. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Number 6 is it the whole album or just a specific
whole
song?
album.
The whole Drake's
If it's not
Scorpion.
an album, then I'll put the name underneath it. If
No,
there's no
then you
name underneath it, then it's the whole album.
So all of these are just the whole album.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's just years underneath. So yeah, Not nonstop. Oh my God, Scorpion by Drake. Number 5 is Aquarius by Tinashe.
It's a good choice.
It's a very actually pretty solid track or project. Number 4 is Kissland. I was not expecting that on there by The Weeknd. Number 3 is Trilogy by The Weeknd. So I guess you got like 3 whole mixtapes in there. 2 is, I don't know how to pronounce this one. Is it Milo? Is he out? How do you pronounce the Coldplay's album?
I don't know how to say is Milo. The other one, I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, it's Milo X Solo or something. I don't know
what
what
I
it is.
do is I say the album that had Paradise in.
The album that had Paradise in it. That's the album he's talking about. And then the latest one is Life is an Adventure or something like it is.
No, that's not. That's Head Full of Dreams.
Head Full of Dreams is number 1 from that's Coldplay. Not bad. Not a bad list. The Kissland threw me off. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Why?
Because I like Kissland, but it's my least favorite like project from The Weeknd. So I'm like, what?
That's the one that has Professional on it. You know, I used to play that.
Oh, that's true. That is very true. Yeah, Professional. Yeah, you're right. That's true. Kelsey, your top 10 of the decade music.
All right. So
Oh my God, I'm gonna get some things.
He has to stretch for it.
Yeah, look, this is gonna be.
all right. So I kind of have. I'm not gonna say the other list, but I kind of have two types of lists. One is, what you would hear on the radio and things, and another one I've just really been into like instrumental music type stuff, like the chill step and
Okay.
things. But I'm just gonna go over the one that most people would hear. So number 10, I had 2 for number 10. It's by an artist that's not very well known, at least not yet. The titles of the songs are Unrequited and Do You
Okay.
by Brian De La Rosa.
Okay. Nice. Brian made a top 10 list. Let's go. I was not expecting that, but let's get it. Brian hates you right now so much.
No, I actually listen to his SoundCloud stuff a lot.
Okay.
Number 9 is This Is America by Childish Gambino.
Good choice.
Number 8 is R.I.P. by Jeezy and 2 Chainz.
Okay. I think I've heard that. It's a Jeezy track.
Most of it is just him going R.I.P. R.I.P.
Yeah.
That's a lot of it. Number 8 is That's All She Wrote by T.I. and Eminem.
Yes, that's a good track.
Number 7 is from the. Apparently, I didn't realize both of these were on the same track, but it's from the Black Panther soundtrack. Pray for Me and All the Stars.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I was hoping you said the one with Future in it.
It may be in there. Those are just the 2 that I recognized offhand.
Gotcha.
I spent like 4 minutes at least, trying to make this list. So
That's a lot, though. We
It
appreciate you with the commitment.
Hang on. So number 5 is Starboy by the Weeknd.
Let's go. Weekend in everybody's list. I'm telling them it's hot fire.
Number 4 is Bounce Back by Big Sean.
Oh, okay, that was definitely a hit. No, that we laughed, but that hit.
He's smiling because he made like a bunch of money twerking to it.
Yeah, he did. Those Thursday nights were just he was ranking it in. You know what I'm saying? Raking it in.
Number 3, Swimming Pools by Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, that's some good tracks on there. Like the one with him and Dre in it. That's a good one. Poetic Justice is also in there. Or is that the same song? I don't remember.
Compton is the one with Dre. I'm trying to remember. Dre's in it twice. I'm trying to remember. Fuck.
Anyway.
Fuck.
Yeah, Brian, we gotta keep it moving.
Yeah, keep going.
The Perception album by NF. I really liked all the songs on there.
The Recipe is what I was thinking of.
Gotcha. I don't think I know that song. INF?
No, NF.
Oh, NF. Okay.
And then number 1 is Rap God by Eminem.
Okay. I was expecting like an entire Eminem project to be in here, or Linkin Park, and I didn't see Linkin Park in there.
No,
I
Linkin
didn't
Park's
see
been
Trina.
trashed since '99.
Gotcha.
Oh, shit.
Hey, I'm not disagreeing, dude.
I mean, Meteora was probably their last good one because
I liked-
Hybrid Theory is my absolute favorite. I listened to that growing up. I love every song on there.
I mean, you can still listen to it today, and it's still good.
Yeah,
so.
you know, Meteora was decent. It still had like a lot of them. What was the Minutes to Midnight?
Midnight I liked.
I don't know that there was a single song on there that I liked.
Damn.
Minutes.
Yeah, you probably didn't. Yeah. And I think that's it for me. Yeah, because he was last for music. Time for games, my guy. While you look that up, top 10.
I think Leave Out All the Rest is the only thing that I've.
That was a good track. Leave Out All the Rest was good.
Shadow of the Day.
Shadow of the Day was good too.
I think that one was just overplayed.
Like on the radio,
Yeah,
and stuff.
I think I just got sick of it. What I've Done wasn't too bad either.
What I've Done, yeah, that wasn't that bad. Then I think about it, it has some singles on there.
I actually put Minutes to Midnight closer to the top. I think it's probably my second favorite.
No, I like some of the songs on there. I wouldn't do that for mine. All right, guys, 2010 games because we're already at 2.5 hours here. That's Randall's list. Why am I looking at Randall's list?
We'll have Randall go first then.
Randall's going first then. Top 10, 20 games. Top 10, 20 games? Top 10, 2019 games of the decade. No, top 10.
Top 10 games of the decade.
Jeez, Randall. Sort it out, my guy. We have, Randall takes the most colorful. Number 10 is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That's a strong pick for number 10, Randall. Number 9, Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. Number 8, Uncharted 3. Number 7, Detroit Become Human. Number 6, The Last of Us. I'm just going to put The Last of Us, right? Because remaster doesn't matter. The original game came out before, in this decade too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Batman Arkham Knight is number 5. Number 4 is Uncharted 4. Number 3, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. You must have really liked Jedi, dude. Number 2 is Batman Arkham City. And the number 1, hit him with that theme song, Randall. This man does it randomly in the house, and now I'm telling you to do it, and you don't do it. It's God of War.
Because you have to feel it.
Randall, you're going to feel something, all right. So yeah, number 1 is God of War for his list. All right.
Who's next?
Anyone? Yeah, I would say who's next. I can go next. I'm not gonna go next. Brian's gonna go next.
No shit. Why me next?
There's a method to my madness.
It actually goes perfectly because my number 10 is God of War PS4.
The God of War is your number 10?
Yeah.
Nice.
There wasn't enough boy in the game.
Brian does need to look for a lot of boys, so.
Yeah, well, I'm looking for Brolas. Number 9, Skyrim. I lost an entire week in that game. I don't remember anything that happened minus Skyrim. So, it goes without saying. Number 8, Shovel Knight. I only played the original. I didn't play the DLCs. Number 7, Borderlands 2. Great game.
Okay.
Hold on.
Da, 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 da. Interruptions, love. It's so much that it makes me smile now. Brian's back.
Number 6, Marvel 3. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh, dang. This is up. Okay.
Number 5, and this is the game including a specific DLC. This is Mass Effect 3 with the Citadel DLC.
Gotcha.
Number 4, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
Good. Oh, this is a steamy list. I see.
Number 3, Transistor.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's it. What was this? Okay, you're right.
Number 2, Skullgirls.
Indivisible. Oh, Skullgirls. And number 1's Indivisible?
Number 1, Mass Effect 2.
Oh, okay. How does your number 1 of 2019 not make it to... That's weird.
Nothing from 2019 made it.
That's not that's understandable. I don't think I have one. But
That's,
No, we're talking about
that's
10
just weird.
whole game, 10 whole years.
Yeah, okay. Hey, man, you do you, boo boo. All right, I'll go up next.
you got this, Anthony. We
I
believe
got
in you.
this. I don't think you believe in me, but like, yeah. Number 10, Super Mario Odyssey. Easy. I'm a Mario guy. Platforming's balling in that game. Number 9, Kelsey, hold your gun. All right. I'm sorry, you're gonna hate this answer, but I remember I played it on console first, and it was a great co-op experience. Diablo 3.
Oh.
Number 8.
That game's good if you have people to play with, but it wasn't. If you've been around from the beginning,
Yeah.
it's not what people wanted.
You saw what Brian did?
I saw that little bitch.
Number 8, Guacamelee. Number 7, Titanfall 2. Number 6, Enter the Gungeon. Number 5, Control. Number 4, Shovel Knight. Number 3, Hotline Miami.
was
Number
a fun
2, The Messenger. And then number 1, Borderlands 2. I've sunk so many hours into Borderlands 2. We've played literally almost every character in any combination just so we can play through it again. Borderlands 2 is a must play, especially with friends. And that's my top 10.
I mean, yeah, but Krieg's baby boy.
Mm-hmm. Kelsey,
I
hit us with your best
actually
shot.
have 10 for this one.
Let's go! I would hope so. If you didn't have 10 for 10 years, I'd be like,
Oh my god, if this fucker says The Last Remnant, I'm signing off.
I'm fighting you right now.
That's actually way better than the joke I was going to do,
Uh-huh.
which I'll still do, but when we get to it.
Okay.
So number 10, Final Fantasy 13. Number 9.
Stop. 13? I thought you said you didn't like... Was that 13 2
No,
you didn't like?
the original, like 13 was good.
Oh, 2 is the
13,
dress-up
2.
stuff. That's what it was. Okay.
No, you think of
10-2 was
10-2.
is the where they switch from Titus to Yuna, and she does the
The
clothes
dress-up
changing.
thing. That's what it was. Sorry, my bad.
13,
I thought
so
I got it mixed up.
Yeah, 13, 13-2, and 13-3. 13-2 was really confusing, and 13-3, I don't even know. It would take too long to explain what the fuck's going on, and I still don't understand it.
Okay.
Number 9, Dead Cells.
Good
Number
pick. I should have put... Go ahead.
Number 8, Mass Effect Andromeda. I mean,
Get
Mass
out.
Effect 2.
Okay. Brian's having an aneurysm. Please stand by. Rebooting.
The Last Remnant one. I wish I had remembered that I played that game.
You know what reminded me that you played that game? They released the remastered for mobile now.
Yeah.
Why? Anyway, it's not a new show right now. Go ahead. Mass Effect 2.
Number 7 is CS:GO, Counter-Strike Global Offensive.
Okay.
I've played CS since like 1990s and love it. Still, I occasionally go back to it. I suck, but I do go back to it occasionally.
Okay.
Number 6 is Path of Exile. Number 5 is Borderlands 2.
Okay. Yep.
Number
On here
4.
3 times. Look at that.
Number 4 is Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
Nice.
Number 3, I put Assassin's Creed 2. Is the game, but I'm including like the whole series because the second one technically came out in 2009, but they released it on PC in 2010, and then Brotherhood and Revelations came out in 2010 and 2011.
And that's like a whole saga. Yeah.
Yeah, that was just an amazing story.
Ezio Auditore.
Yes. Number 2 is Dark Souls.
Yes. Which one? Just the whole series in general? Or specific Dark Souls?
The original.
Okay.
Like the original Dark Souls.
Okay.
And number 1,
I gotta hear this.
Death Stranding.
All right, guys, that was our top 10 of everything. We're done. We're signing out for the year.
No, number 1 was Halo Reach.
Nice. Good pick. That's a fun multiplayer.
It was in 2010, and we sunk a lot of hours, a lot of backstabs. You know, it was probably one of my favorite games to just play with everybody. Just listening to you guys be like, well, there goes Brian.
Yep. And you just see him 90 miles an hour running to some dude's back.
It's basically like he didn't have a sprint. He just had a raging demon with infinite range.
Yeah, and he's just like slid towards him. Oh my gosh. All right, people, we're on the long. I think that's everybody's. Did I do yours, Randall? Am I lying? Yeah, I did yours. Yeah, I started off with you. We all did games. All we have left is movies, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start off first because I don't want. I want to be the one to say that people are copying me. Okay. So I'm
I don't
starting
think we have
off.
the same movie.
You don't think so?
For number 1, no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Number
could be
10.
wrong.
This is probably gonna be my favorite list.
Yeah.
Aside from video
I've been
games,
waiting for this list
because there's so much over 10 years that we've seen, and everybody's
Yep.
gonna be like, "Fuck, I forgot that came out."
Because a movie is only like 2 hours of your life or something, so you'll see it, be like, "I loved it," and then move on with your life. And now when it's time to go see what, anyway, number 10, Looper came out in 2012. Story of
Good choice.
time traveling Bruce Willis and the young Bruce Willis, played by
Joseph
Joseph
Gordon-Levitt.
Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. Great
John.
writing. What happened?
I said Don John.
Yeah,
Isn't it Don Juan?
it's Don John. The movie.
I wish they hadn't done the CGI over his face though.
That was CGI. I thought that was makeup.
No, I'm pretty sure that was CGI, where he's like sitting there looking at himself from the future, and he has like a completely different face.
I thought that you're talking about Justin Gordon-Levitt. I thought that was makeup.
Maybe it was makeup. Whatever. I wish they had just let him be him and just be like, yes, he's looking at a younger version of himself.
Okay. Number 9, Coco, 2017. That's a Hispanic feels movie. If you're Hispanic, you watch Coco, you're not walking out of there without a tear in your eye.
I almost
Period.
cried. The closest
Period.
I've been to crying from a movie, dude.
Number 8, Nightcrawler, 2014. Played by a wannabe journalist, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, goes through quite the lengths to be the best journalist there possibly is, or reporter there is. Fantastic movie. High stress, high tension movie. Grips you from the beginning right up to the very end.
Definitely my favorite X-Men movie.
Yeah, dude. I hate you. 9-8. Number 7, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
The heck is that?
I don't even know what that is.
I know. Not a lot of people know, It came out in 2017. It's a story about a woman who put up 3 signs in 3, well, like the title says, 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri, that blames the cops for not finding out who the killer was for her daughter. Woody Harrelson plays one of the cops in it. Sam Rockwell plays the deputy in there as well. I forgot the lead woman's name, and she did a fantastic job. I'm sorry. It's a great movie, great drama. Excellent dialogue, great acting by some heavy-hitting actors that you've seen before. It's excellent. Number 6 is John
Lady
Wick,
Bird.
2014. That didn't make the cut. I had Lady Bird on here. They didn't make the cut. So what did I say? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 is John Wick, the original, 2014.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent execution, a simple premise. It's like, hey, we're going to be an action movie. Here's how you get as angry as the main character. And boy, were we. And then he just decimates everyone for us.
With a pencil.
With a fucking pencil. Number 5, The Nice Guys, 2018. It's
I was expecting that to be higher. I was expecting a solid third. That was what I was expecting.
Get ready to get surprised? Question mark. Anyway, it's not Owen Wilson. Why did I think Owen Wilson for freaking Ryan Gosling? Why did I do that? And then not Kurt Russell, the other one. Russell Crowe. Yeah, the Russells I always get mixed up.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's Russell Crowe, and I always mess him up. Always. It's Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. Thank you. It's 2 hours. It's almost 3 hours. I'm losing my mind. And a buddy cop set in like the 70s, I think it is, and it's a fantastic, excellent comedy. Some decent action. It's like comedy action.
So much blood.
Yeah. It's yeah. Ryan Gosling's just fantastic in it. Even Russell Crowe, almost flipped it again. Just fantastic in it. Number 4, Scott Pilgrim versus the World, 2010. Boy, was this a great adaptation. Brian says he's messed up.
What's funny is I did not forget about that movie. I didn't put it on my top 10, but I sat for 15 minutes like, how can I put this in my top 10?
Yep. For me, it ranks really high because I can rewatch that movie almost any day of the week.
Yeah,
like,
it almost made my top 10.
Oh, okay. Damn, only one.
I'm a fucking joke, dude.
But yeah, Scott Pilgrim, it's not a good December for you so far. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, yeah, it's Michael Cera just being him in a very like gaming culture type of movie. It's literally a game story. You fight bosses to get the girl, and it's that. There is a bit of undertone there, like actual like relationship talks and stuff like that, but the execution is just great. Editing's fantastic. Dialogue's great. Awesome.
You punched the highlights
out of her hair. You punched the highlights out of her hair.
I'm so glad he says it twice.
Yeah. Number 3 comes to no surprise to anyone once I say it. Mad Max Fury Road. Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron are freaking dynamite in this movie.
That's 2 movies that I was going to put on my list that I didn't.
Oh, then you guys are coming in with some bang. Mine's going to be a crappy list then compared.
I wouldn't say that. It's just all subjective. But those are definitely 2 movies I was going to put.
I definitely forgot Mad Max existed until you said it.
I don't know that I've actually seen that one.
I think you like it. This is one of those like action that it starts off a bit slow, just set up like world building, and once the chase starts, like the car starts.
I remember the trailers.
It doesn't let go. It's just constant action in a way that doesn't like you're like, oh come on, is there a breather here? Like
the way that movie was mixed in audio design is really high up there.
It's really good. Number 2 from my 2019 list, Ford versus Ferrari. That movie it hit my top 10 easy. Like I love that. For us, it's an easy must watch. And then number 1, it's easy. Brian, you could probably guess it.
Number 1 movie?
Yeah.
Female Ghostbusters movie.
No.
Oh, wait.
Dark Knight.
I can't.
No.
I know what it is.
Saving Private Ryan didn't come out.
That came out in 90.
Do you want me to say it?
Go ahead, Ron.
Do you want me to?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
You said go ahead, Brian.
Oh, Randall, sorry. I thought I said
I'm
bro.
tired of him.
Ocon, not the Joker.
La
I
La
hated
Land?
the Joker. It's La La Land is number 1. Easy, number 1.
I kind of figured when we was doing this, I kind of figured that was going to be Bryant's number 1.
That's what I thought. This is why I started first. I didn't want Brian's to be La La Land, and then he's gonna be like, "Oh, you copied me." And I'm like, "No, I'm going first." So yeah, La La Land's definitely my top.
Dad, we should have did a game where we guess what's going to be on people's list.
Now that we're doing that as we're recording, that would have been pretty dope.
All right, so next year we got to keep in mind, and then December.
Yeah, we'll do it. Yeah, we'll do it next time. That's fine. So that's my top 10. Who do I want to hear from next? Let me do Randall's because I'm gonna do Randall's. He's right here. I can look at it right now, and I got this. And man, did I miss? I already missed the movie. Looking at his list. Oh well, that's what happens. Anyway, number 10 for Randall is 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Fuck.
Yep. 10 Cloverfield Lane is a really, really, really good movie with like only 3 actors, and that's all you need. Actually, no, technically 4, maybe 5. But
Hold on, did I miss another one and I'm a fucking joke?
number 9. This is Randall's top of the decade movies. Number 9, The Wolf of Wall Street, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, doing excellent work here. The Lamborghini scene will be by far the greatest thing I've ever seen. In terms of, hey, what happened when you were drunk kind of scene. Number 8, Drive, starring 2011 Drive, starring Ryan Gosling as the stunt driver.
Yeah, I'm a joke.
Also excellent movie. You forgot that too?
So far, I forgot about everything he's had on his list.
Nice. 7, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Fantastic animation. I mean, I'm speaking for Randall here at this point, but I'm pretty sure he agrees. So, excellent acting. The diverse mixture of art styles depending on what Spider-Man was in. Like which Spider-Man, which universe, all meshed in really well. It was just awesome. Number 6, 10, 9, 8, 7, yeah, 6, Coco. Already spoke about Coco. Yes, just Coco. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It'll hit you right where the heart's supposed to be.
Aren't you reading Randall's list?
Yeah.
Why Randall doesn't get any input on anything that he's done because you're the one that's reading it.
If
Like,
I have something to say, I say it. Like
That's
All right.
exactly. That's yeah.
All right.
I like how you wait till almost the last list to ask him if it's Randall's list. Number 5 is A Quiet Place. Nobody? All right, cool. Number 4, Blade Runner 2049. I look like a 5. I'm like, that's not right. Number 3, Zombieland Double Tap. Number 2, Avengers Infinity War. And then number 1, anyone want to guess?
Endgame.
The Star Wars. Oh, he's right. Fuck,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
trash,
right.
dude.
Yeah.
I can't get anything right.
Brian, you got to
nowadays.
recharge, my guy.
What's going on, dude?
All right, Kelsey, hit me with your best shot.
Hi, number
This
10.
is gonna be dope.
It's not Homecoming, that's for sure.
I think we're
Spider-Man
done,
Far
right?
From Home.
He just completely.
Wait, did you see it and didn't tell us?
Yeah, he just like saw. No, he just joked.
Did you watch it? Oh,
He just skips Homecoming completely and just watches Far From Home.
Oh man. All right, so number 10, The Greatest Showman.
Ah, that's a good choice. That's a really good movie. Brian messed up. Brian, what did you research then? Like,
did he go yet?
no, he's going. He's going
No,
last.
I went through my Plex list. It was just like I sorted it by year. I just looked through everything and was like, okay, okay, yeah, you know.
Yeah, that's
And just
also-
wrote the list down and then started marking stuff off.
that was a really good musical.
Number 9 was Zootopia. Thought it was just an incredible
God.
animation.
He's not
the
messing with me,
story.
right? He's not messing with me.
No, that's number 9.
Lit. Let's go.
It was an amazing movie.
Yes. Okay. Good.
Number 8 was John Wick, the original.
Yep.
Number 7 was The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yep. Brian, you forgot Man from U.N.C.L.E. We saw it recently. Brian, you have time if you need to fix stuff.
These next 2 are probably one, like, for me they were just amazing. And I don't know if you guys just didn't think about them or they just didn't really make your top 10. Number 6. Yeah, number 6, Interstellar.
Oh no, I had it all. It was a contender. It was in my
That's the one
in my
with,
pool.
There's someone with
Matthew
that
Matthew
right
McConaughey.
I like
And
that movie.
The crying
forget her
scene when
name.
he sees his girl's video hits
Yeah.
you right in the. Yeah, he did fantastic.
No, and he goes to the hospital.
And that too, yeah.
Number 5, Central Intelligence.
I did not see
I don't-
that. That's
I
the
don't think
Kevin
I've
Hart
seen that.
and Dwayne
And
The
The
Rock
Rock.
Johnson. Yeah, I
Yeah.
haven't seen that one.
Oh.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, amazingly hilarious. Like, it is great. seeing
chemistry
how The
between
Rock
them?
plays. Well, yeah, they're both of them are funny to begin with,
Yeah.
but then together, and then the writing and everything about the movie was absolutely priceless.
I'm about to watch this then because I saw it and I'm like, oh, I'll watch this.
Number 4 was Shazam. I really, really enjoyed that movie. I loved how the adults made you think that it is actually a kid playing an adult.
Yes.
Like, it was incredible.
Shout out to Zachary Levi.
Number 3 was Avengers Endgame.
Interesting. All right.
Do you guys want to check? Do you guys want to guess my top 2?
No, I don't. I want you to tell me. This is the best part of this list. That's what this decade was the best.
I know what not to guess. I don't know what it is that would be up there.
All right. Number 2 is Deadpool.
Oh my god, that's a good pick. That's comedy. Brian's gonna shoot himself. Yeah, Brian, what did you look up when you were making your list? What did you look up?
I can't wait for his list because we've like named off over 10 movies that he's like, fuck, how did I forget
My
that?
process for the films was, if I don't remember off the top of my head, it wasn't worth putting on there.
That's a bad thing to do. You shouldn't have done that.
That was the main. I went back and changed some things after, but like the first draft was that.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, bro, you shouldn't have done that.
All right. And number 1, do you guys anyone have a venture a guess?
The Harry Potter one, the one with the first one.
There's no way.
No. Shannon is the Harry Potter nerd.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know you liked the
not Grindelwald. You talking about the Fantastic Beasts one?
That. That's what it's called.
And where to find them? No.
I mean, I like that one, but
you think that's gonna be his top of the decade? No way.
He hasn't seen Homecoming. I don't know.
But over Deadpool? He likes his comedies, so it has to be a comedy one.
Wolf of Wall Street.
I actually haven't seen Wolf of Wall Street.
You would love Wolf of Wall Street.
I keep meaning to watch it. I just haven't had time to like sit down and really watch a movie.
Scott Pilgrim.
Nope.
He said it wasn't in this list, Brian.
Yeah, but it was a lie.
It was a close contender.
Yeah. I go for
Randall, you got anything?
I have no idea what it
I gotta be honest, I was waiting for Randall to like name a porn.
I was actually saying
it was Randall's first video ever. No.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, you know something I don't know.
Ready Player One.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I can see that.
I mean, that's just
that was one of the things I was thinking about putting on the list too.
It was funny. I've watched it a bunch of times. The thought of being able to live in a world, where you could do stuff like that is just incredible. I'm almost sick of the intro song because I've watched it so many times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a fun fact. Sagat's in that movie.
Yeah.
He is.
Yeah, he is.
And
so is Marvin the Martian, Sonic, Battletoads, Master Chief.
Did you guys pause the movie when I yelled? Because Sagat was on the screen?
Yeah, I think so. All right, Brian, take us home. And we can end it.
I can't wait for this list.
I gotta hear it now. Because how did he find it? Like, his process doesn't make any sense to me.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. 10.
Number 10, Inception.
A good pick. Okay, we're starting really good.
I had forgotten about that one.
Number 9, The Nice Guys.
Okay.
Number 8, Enter the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
Number 7, Logan.
Logan was one of my contenders.
I didn't forget about Logan. The reason I didn't put Logan was because that movie made me too sad, and I just didn't want to.
Hold on, I think I put that. I think that was a contender. Let me look it up.
It was a contender for me. I scrolled through that on my Plex server and was like, I really kind of want to put it up there, but I don't think it's gonna beat him out.
I don't think I'm ever gonna watch that movie again either. Like, it bothered me that much.
Okay, now my sheet's not loading up, so awesome. Okay, so I can't check to see if it was a contender for me. Go ahead.
Number 6, A Quiet Place.
Okay.
Number 5, Nightcrawler.
Okay, I mean, your list is solid.
Number 4, The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight came out.
Yeah, that came out before 2010.
Yeah,
No,
Dark Knight Rises came out this decade.
No.
You talking about the live action one, right, with Kristen Bell? Because trust me, that jump would have been on mine. I think
that's definitely 2008. So I'm just a failure.
Jesus.
While you guys were talking, I looked up another movie that will be on here, so I can replace it immediately.
Okay, go for it.
Ex Machina.
Yes, good choice. I had that as a contender as
Ex
mine too.
Machina?
So let me
Yeah.
delete this.
It's just Ex Machina. It's with Oscar Isaac, the guy.
Oh yes,
That was
Ex
a really good
Machina.
movie.
That was a really good one. It was one of my contenders as well because that was so well done.
Yep, I absolutely agree. Alicia Vikander, that's what her name is.
Vikander.
Vikander,
No,
whatever.
Vikander. It's Vikander, yeah.
I really like her.
Go for it,
Number
Brian.
3, Coco.
Top. Dang, he put Coco higher than I thought he would. Okay.
Number 2,
Toy Story.
A Star is Born.
Dang it. Star
Number
Wars.
1, and this is my favorite movie of all time, La La Land.
Fucking told
I told you.
I told
I
you.
called it.
That's why I went first. I told you before that, dude. You copying me, bro. I knew it. That's why I'm like, I gotta go first because I know he's gonna have La La Land as the top one too. I don't know if it's my favorite movie of all time because Saving Private Ryan, but it's definitely this decade. Absolute La La Land's out there.
No, of all time.
Okan said Suicide Squad. Okan, if you're serious, I cannot take a movie review from you because that movie was the hottest trash I've ever seen in my life. Actually, I've seen worse, Alien 3000, but it's bad. All right, people, that was it. Our top list of 2019 games, movies, and music, and of the decade games, movies, and music. It's been 3 hours for this episode, and this is going to be the last episode for the year. We are watching Star Wars this weekend, so I don't know when we will record the next episode next year, but the next episode we will have that review of Star Wars: The Rise of the Skywalker.
Will it be spoiler free?
No, because we're all Kelsey, you're watching it. You watching Star Wars?
Rise of the Skywalker?
Yeah.
Probably not. I
You
really
might-
haven't been into this. Like, I haven't watched a single Star Wars thing since the third prequel.
Okay, then we'll probably do we'll do spoilers, but we're gonna have to
Yeah, just tell me. I'll take my headphones off.
Yeah, we'll do that, 'cause
just do it when Shannon gets home, and I'll just go talk to her for a few minutes.
okay, that makes sense. So yeah, we'll have that. And Cats comes out this week, but I'm not interested in watching Cats, so we'll see about that. But definitely next time, Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker.
The Witcher comes out Friday.
I might watch that. I'm really scared to watch it. I like Henry Cavill. I don't know what that's a huge IP, you know? Like I don't want them to mess it up.
I'm watching it because I feel obligated to, because I played the 2 games that came out for Witcher, so.
Yeah. All right.
It's weird that they started their series at number 2.
Yeah, they're like, let me just skip one and get them hyped for number 2. And that's about it for the notable releases. No fan mail this week. So that's it, guys. We're going to have a Christmas vacation here, holiday vacation. We'll be done for the year. There's no more podcast episodes this year. So if I had to guess, we're not going to be back until, I think, January 7th. The week after
New Year's.
Doing New Year's. So January 7th, we'll be back with the regularly scheduled programming with content out of this world content. So let's hold our breath for that. I'm kidding, kids, don't hold your breath. And it has been episode 75 of the ADLR Podcast. You can go to www.adlrplays.com to find all the one-stop shop to all my content. If you want to support the stream, you can go to that site and go to the Patreon. Or if you just want to donate to a good cause, there's an Extra Life link in there too. So donate for the kids. And that's a wrap, guys. Episode 75. That's a wrap for the 2019. That's a wrap for this decade. Thank you guys for watching, listening. Oh, Brian's got.
Fuck GT Goku.
And let's close out the decade with a good fuck GT Goku. So thank you guys for watching and listening. We'll see you guys next year. Bye.